If any of you guys have a watch or a phone or anything that can tell the time, I want you to look at it right now and see what time it is. Now, a normal person, if you're on a central time zone, would probably say it is 7:03 p.m. However, that is the wrong answer. The answer is it is now or never. It is time to put up or shut up. We have officially reached the 2024 season this Sunday when the New Orleans Saints take on the Carolina Panthers. And it is now or never for a lot of players, and including the most important one, and it's not even a player, it's our head coach, Dennis Allen. You see, he's been a head coach for 2 years now, and there was no playoffs to show for it. 9 wins, yes, that was nice, but no playoffs is no playoffs. It is now or never for Dennis Allen to prove in year 3, most coaches don't even get to year 3 without making the playoffs in the first 2 years. In year 3, it is time for Dennis Allen to prove it. No more excuses. You got your quarterback. You got your offensive coordinator. You got a great defense. One thing I will always give Dennis Allen, he is great with defense. He has a great defense. You have everything that you would want as a head coach. You picked your hand-picked quarterback. You drafted these guys as currently the cream of the crop on our team, the core of us for now and the future. It is now or never. There is no more excuses. It has to get done this year. I had the great Ross Jackson on the show in the offseason. He said that this season we need to judge it in the context of how it happens. I respectfully disagree. It is playoffs or bust. Even if Derek Carr goes down, I'm sorry, it is playoffs or bust. Jim Haslett won a playoff game, and he didn't get any olive branch in 2005 when we had the worst natural disaster in history and went 3-13. They say, no excuses, Jim. You had 4 years to build off that 2000 season. Dennis Allen doesn't have any seasons to build off of from a playoff perspective. It is now or never this Sunday. It is now or never for Cam Jordan. It is now or never for Tyrann Mathieu. It is now or never for Demario Davis. And sadly, with all the tea leaves apparently says, it is now or never for Alvin Kamara in the Saints uniform. These guys who are legends of the New Orleans Saints, time is ticking. There is no tomorrow. Alvin Kamara talked about his mortality this week. He said, I'm in year 8. That's ancient age for a running back. He said, I'm not as nimble as I used to be. He said, I know that the light is closer to the end of the tunnel than it was at the beginning when I first started. So it is now or never. It is time for the New Orleans Saints. It is time for Dennis Allen to put up or shut up. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Jono Barnes Show. But this shit more than a stream.
You are now watching the Jono Barnes Show. We're so glad you came now. Sit back, relax, and get ready, 'cause this is more than a game.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have made it. I know I said that like 4 weeks ago when preseason started, but for real, we have made it because this Sunday, the pads come on, the real players, not the ones who will be training for their CDL the past month. The real football starts this Sunday. And y'all know how we got to start off. Technically, this is the season premiere of the week of the 2024 season for the Jono Barnes Show. So make sure to start this season off on the right track. You leave a dish shit more than the game in the chat. And I already see, I didn't even have to prompt you guys. We already starting off on fire with my guy Carl leaving a dish shit more than the game in the chat. My guy D leaving a dish shit more than the game in the chat. My guy Jerry, the godfather of Saints YouTube, leaving a dish shit more than the game in the chat. And I don't know that this might be the most lethargic Saints fans have been since, in my opinion, the 90s as far as hype for a season. But there was nothing like football in New Orleans in the fall. Technically, I know it's the summer, but there was nothing like football. And nothing is promised tomorrow. We don't know how many lives or years we get in this thing we call life. So I always, no matter how down I am on my team, and I am a bit down on the Saints this year, I always cherish football season. We only get 18 weeks of this, guaranteed, every year. So I'm trying to cherish it. And I'm going to cherish it. And what really makes it a lot easier to cherish is being able to do it with this community that we've built here on my channel, the Jono Barnes channel. I see you set. I see my cuz, Coach Mack, in the building saying this shit more than the CDL. That's right. All of the players who got cut, I hope they got their CDL applications prime and prestige and ready to go. Shout out to them. Shout out to everybody who tried for their NFL dream this past August. Not everybody gets to achieve what they want to achieve, but I appreciate all the players who didn't make the team, who suited up for the black and gold and gave it everything they got. But this Sunday, it's the real deal. This Sunday, we get real football back. So, with that said, we're going to talk. We got a lot to talk about tonight, guys. Even though the Saints haven't technically played their first game yet, we're going to talk about the Saints versus the Carolina Panthers. We're going to see how you guys feel as this, like I just said in the rant, put up a shut-up time. We're going to talk about that LSU game against USC, how you guys feel about Brian Kelly. I'm not even a guy with a strong LSU audience on Twitter, but I tweeted about it's time to have some tough conversations about Brian Kelly, and it definitely set off a lot of LSU fans pro Brian Kelly and anti Brian Kelly. So I definitely want to see what you guys think about Brian Kelly. We got voicemails. We're going to get to some of our NFL Week 1 picks, and we definitely, for you guys, because the season is officially starting now, we do have a co-host that's going to join the show in a little bit, so I'm sure you guys are excited about that. I'll let you guys guess in the chat which co-host you think is showing up tonight on the Jono Barnes Show. But before we get into into all of that, we got to talk about it. We got to talk about the Saints versus the Carolina Panthers. And I've always stayed strong on this thought. As down bad as the Saints are, and yes, I do believe that the Saints are down bad, we're not as worse off as the Carolina Panthers. So if there was like a perfect team for the football guys to schedule us in week 1, but then it's out to start the season with some momentum, it's the Carolina Panthers. And one thing that we got to give Dennis Allen is this. Unlike Brian Kelly, he is undefeated in week 1. We all remember the classic, which I call it the peak, sadly, of the Dennis Allen era, which was that week 1 Atlanta game in 2022. I was there. They were swag surfing on us at halftime, talking all that shit. And then they left with a big look on their face. Then we remember last year, it was an ugly-ass game, us against the Tennessee Titans, but we were so hyped up about Derek Carr and everything that we still convinced ourselves that the team was in for a great season. And all these jilted Saints fans right now were like, oh, man, Derek Carr is a true leader. Derek Carr, freaking run, Rashid. Y'all remember that? They were making T-shirts that say freaking run. They was all in on Derek Carr. Let's not do this revisionist history about Derek Carr. All the fans talking about how much they hate Derek Carr and that they never really were down with Derek Carr. That's a bold-faced ass lie. Because everybody was hyped up for Derek Carr in week 1. Everybody, we excuse how ugly that week 1 game against the Titans was last year because we were like, hey, we showed resolve. We showed moxie. Derek Carr showed leadership. I remember even after the game when they posted Dennis Allen's post-game locker room speech to the team. And all the fans were like, it just feels different this year. Dennis Allen, he just sounds different. And then, of course, by week 4, week 5, everybody was like, yeah, well, hell with that. We hate Derek Carr. We hate Dennis Allen. And they've never been able to win the fan base back since then. So the question is, will a week 1 win against Carolina win back some of those fans? Or does it have to be a win in a certain way? Like, do we have to blow out the Carolina Panthers for even the most jilted of fans to feel positive? Because I feel like if we beat the Carolina Panthers 17-14, the disgruntled fans are going to be like, how the hell you struggle against the Carolina Panthers? They're not going to be happy with the win. They're going to be like, we should have won by more. But if we blow out the Carolina Panthers, then you might have even some of those disgruntled fans saying, okay, we might be building something. But then you got to build on that, right? Because, again, Dennis Allen, for all the shit that we give him, is undefeated in week 1 as the Saints head coach. So can you beat Carolina and then go to Dallas? I will be at that game, so I hope they can. Can you beat Dallas? And then that's when the fun really starts, because then we got Philadelphia. Then we got those damn Dirty Birds. Then we got the Kansas City Chiefs. It is a very tough schedule. If last year we had the strength of schedule ranked the easiest in the NFL, I got to believe that this year is one of the hardest schedules if you take out the NFC South teams. So it is put up a shut-up time. And maybe, look, y'all, I'm trying to be, this is probably the last time of the season for the fans of any fan base or any team to be as optimistic as possible. Maybe this is actually going to work out in our favor. Like, we were all excited about having an easier schedule. Well, not we. I always don't take that shit, the schedule shit serious. But a lot of fans were excited that we had an easy schedule. This year we got a hard schedule. Maybe us with the hard schedule actually gives us success. Sometimes that's how the Saints work. We work ass backwards. Maybe the fan base being down in the dumps after the past 2 seasons, us talking ourselves into Dennis Allen and Derek Carr, maybe us being down in the dumps is what we needed to actually have a good season. Sometimes the Saints just work in mysterious ways like that. I can see that happening. Am I going to bet on that? Hell no. I saw Trevor Penning playing preseason. I'm not betting on it, but I can see that happening. Sometimes that's how fanaticism works. Like the times when you don't expect the team to be great, it's when they had one of their better seasons. I remember in 2006, I was extremely low going into the season on the Saints. I was excited about Reggie Bush, don't get me wrong, but I was not on the Drew Brees train yet. Hell, I'm going to be straight up honest with you guys. I remember Drew Brees had a bad first half against the Packers in week 2. And I wasn't on social media. Well, there was on social media to be existed. But on the message boards, I was like, we could have kept Aaron Brooks for all this. And then we wound up having the best Saints season of all time until 2009. So sometimes it's those seasons where you go in with no hype that you wind up having one of your most lit seasons. We can see. The data is the data, though. And until Dennis Allen and Derek Carr get on the field and prove that to me, I cannot, in good faith, even though I am Mr. This Shit More Than a Game, talk you guys up into the 2024 New Orleans Saints. But maybe you guys feel differently. Maybe some of you guys are optimistic. I mean, my wife seems like she's a bit optimistic. If she's in the chat right now, y'all know that means that the season is officially started because my wife took the whole offseason off. But if she's in the chat, that means football is back. And the biggest, and I'm starting to wonder if this is like Derek Carr's brother's burner or something, but Numbers Don't Lie on Twitter says, the Saints were 2-0 last year, and we were up 17-0 versus the Packers until Carr got hurt. All without a run game, all without Alvin Kamara, with pinning that offensive tackle. So that's fair. He always talks about Numbers Don't Lie. That's fair. We were up 17-0. I remember it very vividly because as soon as we choked that game, I had the Green Bay Packers fan base who I pissed off for whatever reason earlier that week come in my mentions like rats that see a piece of cheese at nighttime, and they were on my ass. And I was like, God damn, we were like a missed field goal away from none of them showing their face. So I remember that. Yes, we did go 2-0. Numbers Don't Lie. It wasn't pretty. I even did a quote-unquote skit about how boring the Saints were after that Monday Night Football win against the Panthers, because the Carolina game last year on Monday night and the Titans game, that is not two tapes that you send to the Pro Football Hall of Fame when you want to talk about good football. Like, we were an ugly team finding ways to win, which I would accept. But you got to be able to do that sustainably throughout the season. And obviously, with the injuries started creeping up, when Trevor Penning showed that he was not an NFL caliber offensive tackle, you can argue that us still getting 9 wins is a bit of a miracle. You can argue that us getting 9 wins last season was actually Dennis Allen showing that he's a good coach. But when you don't have any playoffs to show to your name, when you have that atrocious Oakland tenure that he had, and I know some Saints fans are like, you can't count Oakland against them. Hell with that. When I go apply for a job and I give my resume, I tell the people who's hiring, hey, don't worry about those other jobs. You only got to worry about what I'm going to do with this job? No, they look at what you did in the past. That's part of your resume. That's what they account for when they want to hire you and when they want to judge you as an employee. But I appreciate that Numbers Don't Lie has been waving the Derek Carr flag all season. And I even tweeted today, y'all. I don't know if y'all saw my tweet, twitter.com/Jono Bones. I tweeted, I'm actually cheering very hard now for Derek Carr because I'm not saying that he's great. I've maintained from the time that we signed him. I said he is a middle-of-the-pack quarterback. And when we signed him, I even did a skit on it that went mini viral in New Orleans about how Saints fans were quick to change up, right? Like, he's been a mediocre quarterback for the past few years. He hasn't changed who he was. He didn't fool you guys. It's not like he promised you guys gold and gave you guys piss. He's been who he has been for the past few years. And I said, well, he's still an average quarterback. And the Saints fans, people were like, oh, no, he's a top 5 NFC quarterback. He's better than this guy. He's better than that guy. And I'm like, what, how? Wow. Like, I now watching him in Vegas, he's not great. He is who he is. But because he was wearing black and gold laundry now, everybody was like, oh, he's great. He's easily a top 5 quarterback in the NFC. And we saw that Derek Carr is who he is. He's a top 20, maybe a top 20 quarterback overall in the NFL. However, we did a show about this in October. It's just been a long road for Derek Carr. The Times-Picayune did an article about it today. Derek Carr has got so much hate and so much vitriol this past offseason and last season with the Saints fan base, even with Michael Thomas, which I thought, as much as I love Michael Thomas, I thought him going on Twitter and airing out Carr with some bullshit. I'm cheering hard for Derek Carr now just to make everybody shut the hell up, including me if you want, because I got my jokes off about Derek Carr. I give it to anybody. Anybody can get the jokes. But I want Derek Carr to make all of the haters look stupid. It's one of those things. I don't know. It's like if y'all watch the Olympics when all of those idiots on NBA Twitter, those teenagers that in their final summer vacation week were gearing on Noah Lyles because of that quote he said about NBA champions aren't world champions, and for some reason that bothered all the NBA fans, and so they were rooting against their own kind of success. And he was getting so much vitriol and so much hate that I couldn't help but say, man, I want this guy to shut everybody the fuck up. That's the same way I feel about Derek Carr, y'all. Excuse the language, but I want Derek Carr to shut everybody the fuck up this upcoming season. He's got to go prove it, though. I can't do it for him. I can't manifest it. I can't will it into existence. But I hope that he does so that we can see everybody he's wearing a white shirt at a crawfish boil. Like, they hating on this man for any and every little thing. I don't get down with that. Even Eric McCoy came in this room on that couch. You can't see it, but I'm pointing to it. On that couch, looked me in the eye. He has no reason to lie to Jono Bones. Who am I, right? And he said, I love Derek Carr. And yet, as much as I reposted that, fans are still on Twitter talking about the fight that they had during the game. And Eric McCoy has come out numerous times and said, hey, man, it was just heat of the moment. I was going through some stuff. Derek Carr and me kind of had a little thing. It happens. But fans are still holding that to Derek Carr accountable as if they didn't move on after that game, because they clearly moved on. We won 4 of our last 5 games, y'all. I know that y'all going to say, oh, that was garbage games and garbage opponents. And wins are wins. You can only play who you have on your schedule. So all that to say, Derek Carr's been getting a lot of hate. And then, of course, the Spencer Rattler Dane and fans are just completely discarding Carr. And, unfortunately, J.K., I'm sure J.K. is like, God damn, y'all, I don't exist anymore. But I'm cheering hard for Derek Carr. One, it sounds silly, right? Like, I should be cheering for Derek Carr. Y'all should be cheering for Derek Carr. He's our quarterback. I'm not knocking anybody who comes into the season saying, I don't give a damn about Dennis Allen and Derek Carr. I want to tank, whatever. I'm not going to police fandom. I don't gatekeep. I don't do any of that. If that's what you feel is the best road to success, more power to you. I would probably even get to that point if we're like, only 3 wins going into November. I'd be like, well, clearly we ain't a playoff team. Yeah, let's tank. But in September, when we're 0-0, I'm like, well, you know what, Derek Carr? Prove us all the fuck wrong. Prove us all the fuck wrong. In 2005, when it was clear that we wasn't going to be shit after Katrina, I was like, yeah, tank. I want to get Reggie Bush. Thank God the Texans skipped on him, and we did get Reggie Bush. I remember we were cheering hard, me and my family, in that Week 17 game. We were like, come on, Saints, lose. We wanted Reggie Bush. We knew that was for the best of the team. Pointless game wasn't going to do anything. So I can understand how fans are about that. I'm not going to be about that in September, but if we only got like 3 wins going into late November or whatever, I absolutely would be like that. But I don't know. Maybe it's the antagonist in me. Maybe it's the this shit more than the game in me. Derek Carr, if you are watching, and I know he's not. His brother unfollowed me. I guess I made too many Derek Carr jokes, and I'm like one of his biggest supporters on Twitter, to be honest. I don't understand that sometimes. I carry Sean Payton's water on Twitter. He blocked me. I make a few jokes about Derek Carr, but I make jokes about everybody. I make jokes about Cam Jordan. I'll make a joke about Eric McCoy to share if it's worthy of it. He follows me. And Derek Carr's brother unfollowed me. They must be running their family. I guess they get a little sensitive. But either way, I'm still a champion for Derek Carr. I want him to prove all of us wrong. I hope he does. But all we can go by is the data. And the data shows that Dennis Allen and Derek Carr are probably not 2 guys that are worthy of your trust, of your fanaticism, and of your hype. So I understand why you guys feel the way you do, but I also support and give all of my strength to the fans, the few fans, I guess, who are still optimistic and hyped about what the New Orleans Saints can do in 2024. If you look at the tickets, I think it shows that the fans, because they say sometimes social media is not real life. So sometimes I wonder, okay, I know fans on social media are nagging, but is social media real life? Well, if you look at the ticket sale market right now for the Saints-Panthers game, tickets are going for as cheap as $11. So I think that goes to show that the fandom right now in the city of New Orleans is not at an elite level. Even so, they did a study before the season where they just kind of tracked all the ticket prices for all 32 teams. And right now, the New Orleans Saints rank dead last as far as the resellers market. Now, boo-hoo, right? Yeah, poor resellers. I get it. I'm just saying. I remember in 2018, 2019, I remember the Saints were a top 5 resale market. Everybody wanted to see the New Orleans Saints. So I think it's a little bit of an embodiment of what this fandom is at right now, where if you look at the ticket sales, you see that the Saints are ranked dead last in the resale market. So what vibe are we going to walk into on Sunday? I don't know. I'll be there at the game, 20-plus year season ticket holder. I'll try my best to capture some of the environment. I'll be able to judge. I've had 20 years of experience, how the atmosphere this Sunday compares to past years. But I'm going to be honest. I feel like it's going to be it's week one. The fans are going to be excited, but I don't think it's going to be as exciting as it has been for multiple years in the past. However, you go out there, you handle business, you score a touchdown on your first drive, and you don't wait till December to score a touchdown on the opening drive for the first time. You might have something. So we'll see, y'all, but football is back. The Saints are back, and no matter what, win, lose, optimistic, pessimistic, lethargic, hyped, this shit is more than a game. And I feel like somebody can appreciate that from me right now. I think he probably rubbed off on me this past weekend. Because if y'all saw, I was with a great man, and we had our fantasy football draft. And I just want to show y'all something. Y'all gonna think this is a skit. It's not. It's actually not. Before I bring this man on, y'all thought that I was the pessimistic one and he was Mr. Toxic Positivity? Nuh-uh. I'm gonna show you guys exclusive footage that's not been posted on YouTube yet. For all of the 165 plus people watching the show right now, here's exclusive footage of the fantasy draft that we had this Sunday with my family. And y'all tell me who's the real optimistic one on the Jono Barnes Show. With my first overall pick, I am taking Derek Carr of the New Orleans Saints.
What the hell?
What? What's wrong with that?
That's fucking stupid.
What you mean that's stupid, man? Everybody's gonna have a comeback year with Clint Kubiak. Why y'all hating? Man, come on, man. Y'all tripping. With my second pick, I'm gonna take the Saints defense. I got a good feeling about it. What are y'all laughing at? Do y'all have confidence in that team or not? This shit not more than the game of y'all or not?
You know you have access to all of the other players in the NFL.
And I think that the Saints defense is the best access of all. I'm taking the Saints defense with my second overall pick. Y'all tripping. With my fourth round pick, I'm going to take. I think I got a good feeling about him, y'all. For real. A.T. Perry.
What an idiot!
Y'all ain't laughing at that, so y'all laughing when I take A.T. Perry. Matter of fact, get out my house. Get out. No, y'all. No, come on now. Is this shit not more than, you know the shit more than the game?
It is more than the game, bro, but...
A.T. Perry, man, he had a great game last year against the Minnesota Vikings. I feel like it's going to be multiplied times 10 this season. Y'all don't believe, man. Make your pick.
For my third round pick, I do need a wide receiver, so I'm going to go with Mike Evans.
What? Mike Evans?
Bro.
Oh, y'all not laughing at their pick? That's a good pick? But my pick of Derek Carr in the first round was bad.
It's better than A.T. Perry.
I had to take the bias out of it, bro.
First off, I already got to do all these sports fantasy league or not. Is this shit not winning the game to y'all now? Mike Evans, you should be ashamed of yourself. That's a horrible pick. What are we doing, y'all? Clearly this shit not winning the game. None of y'all. Clearly, I quit. I quit the league. Man, that don't even all that Mike Evans. Get out of my face. Y'all got me fucked up, man. Y'all got me. So y'all tell me. Y'all tell me who's the optimistic one as I bring this man on the show right now. Ladies and gentlemen, he's the Taysom Hill of the Jono Barnes Show. Team captain Taysom Hill, by the way, y'all. He's a co-host. He's a producer. He's a moderator. And he took Mike Evans in the fantasy draft. Ziggy, welcome to the 2024 season.
What's good, man? Am I coming through clear? Am I coming through all right?
Okay, Ziggy.
All right. It's been a while. I appreciate everybody. It's been great watching the channel and watching your episodes while I was gone, man. Once again, congratulations on releasing your This Shit More Than a Drink.
No, hold on. Don't try to butter me up. I'm talking about that damn Mike Evans pick you made. You trying to butter me up.
See, this is what I'm talking about. This is why we're trying to get you used to being positive, hearing comments, hearing, adulation being thrown your way. Like, look, see, Slim John on Ziggy. What's good, bro? Evan, my dog, what's good? E?
I like this nickname for you from Devin, Ziggy, Devon Ziegler. I like that.
Devon Ziegler.
Yeah. And Ziggy, soon as you came on, we got a super chat from Brocart Prime CTE class. Let's
All right,
give
well,
him.
y'all get the air horns for the chat.
Well, y'all know we back when we got the air horns.
Yes,
And he
sir.
says Carr and DA have ruined this team, so they're already starting off. Ziggy.
Channel,
Seven.
this is what I'm trying to.
No,
I
Ziggy,
said this.
hold on. He has us at 7-11. That's 18 games. I guess he has us in the playoffs for losing in round one. Because 7-11 would mean 18
Getting with a
games.
losing record. But the thing is, guys, how many games? You can all answer together. How many games did we win last year?
We won 9 games.
And y'all are saying we sucked last year, right? Winning 9 games, right? We sucked last year, right?
I'm not saying you. I don't know if you couldn't include
So
me in y'all, but a lot of fans,
we got rid of Pete Carmichael, and we got Clint Kubiak, who was supposed to have a better offensive scheme, right? So we should improve, right? So why am I the one that's crazy to think that we will win 10, 11 games? We won 9 games with a terrible team.
No, I don't say terrible team. Don't be.
I mean, that's the way y'all be talking.
True. All right. No. Okay.
Y'all may seem like we just bottom barrel.
Kev in the chat says this shit more than a fantasy.
Good,
we had a good time at the fantasy draft, huh, Ziggy?
It was good, Dana. What's up?
If you know, you know. Like if you watched that video I just posted, you actually would have heard a cameo from the great.
Yeah,
And yeah, man. If you know, you know. So Ziggy, all right. All jokes aside, I just been rambling. Not about the fantasy draft. I'm trying to help you out now because I could put you on blast if we really drafted, but I'm not. I will say this though, Ziggy. We got over 175 people watching right now. We got over 40 people watching on YouTube, Ziggy. I think football is back, Ziggy. I think football is back. So, Ziggy, we're going to do the same thing we did last year. Remember last year, every now and then we will reward everybody who's watching and say, if you'll get us a certain amount of likes that we would give them a treat. I'm going to do that tonight. I'm going to do that tonight. I think we got 25 likes right now, Ziggy. I'm not asking for much. It's the first week of the season. If they can get us, Ziggy, to 40 likes. Is that okay, Ziggy? 40 likes? That's not too much to ask for, right?
40 likes? What we at right now, Jono? Let's see.
Yeah, we had 25, I believe, and we got 40 people in the chat.
Come on,
so if
y'all.
you can just get us to 40 likes.
Button. Come on, y'all.
Just to 40 likes. I'm gonna play them exclusive, okay? I'm gonna peel back the curtain. Yeah, obviously, yes, Ziggy taking Mike Evans was a part of a skit that we did. But Ziggy, I'm gonna show them stuff that did not make the final version, like that hit the cutting room floor. So they can see all of the takes that we did. Something that would not be seen ever again if I play it tonight.
I think that's a good thing. Start playing our bloopers and stuff.
Yeah, like they see behind the scenes a little bit, because these are for the diehards, man. The people who are true to the Jono Bone Show and not new to the Jono Bone Show. So if you haven't liked yet, hit that like button. If you know somebody who's watching, make sure you text them and say, hey, I know you're watching the Jono Bone Show. Have you hit the like button yet? Because I really want to see the cutting room floor footage of what Jono and Ziggy filmed this past Sunday. Me and Ziggy will play for you guys an exclusive, never before seen. The director's cut, if you want to call it that. What they call it? The Snyder cut. This is this shit more than a game cut of the fantasy football draft skit that Ziggy and I did. Y'all have for the whole show. So make it happen.
See?
You know what, Ziggy? We're not asking for much, right?
No,
it's Carolina Panthers week. So y'all, what we're really asking for is just one
easy dub.
Simple favor. Hey fans, hit the subscribe button in 3 seconds to make this Panthers fan sad. 3, 2, 1. And those damn Carolina Panthers, Ziggy, those damn Carolina Panthers. One thing I would say, Ziggy, is I've been saying this all offseason. It feels like maybe because we're the sexy team to hate, but I always say we're not even the worst team in our division, right? Like, I'm like, are we ignoring the pink elephant in the room? The Panthers have been a horribly ran franchise for years now. Maybe it's just not fun anymore to hate on them. So they got to go to the new team to hate on, which is us. But I mean, they drafted Bryce Young, who, I mean, I'm not trying to hate on the kid. He obviously has a lot of time to turn it around, but he didn't show anything last season to make me go, that's why he was the #1 draft pick. They traded away DJ Moore. Got nothing to show for it. They traded away Christian McCaffrey. Got nothing to show for it. But somehow the Saints are like the bottom of the barrel NFC South team. So all that to say,
okay, thank you, Jono.
This could be a curse though, because if we lose to the Panthers on Sunday, that means, hey, Dennis Allen, I'm coming for your ass.
Well, wait, hold on. We got to evaluate why they lost. Everything We can't just be going just straight for the jugular all the time. We got to evaluate things.
I'm a win-loss man. I ain't no damn context guy.
We got to find out the why. What happened?
Well, Ziggy, either way, I actually, and I'm not, I guess I'm spoiling our picks later on, but I do feel confident if there's one team that I'm like, I think the Saints are better than, it's the Carolina Panthers. So week 1, you're in the Superdome. I don't know how hyped the fans are going to be, but I'm going to be there doing my best. I got a bad thumb right now, but I'm going to still be banging on that wall with my left hand. I'll be there doing my best to lead the Saints to a victory, as if I had that much power. But I'm doing my best. That's Mr. Dish shit more than the game. How do you feel Sunday, Ziggy, about our chances versus the Carolina Panthers?
Oh, we winning by at least 3 touchdowns, Jono. Like,
damn.
Like Derek, like I'm almost putting my mindset as if I was Derek Carr. What would I be doing right now? Like, I will come out first game, and my mission is to shut everybody up.
Yep, that's what I said. All right, go ahead. Yep.
No. I'm just saying, no, I agree with you. I'm just saying, like, my job is to run the score. I'm trying to run the score up. I'm trying to embody what Drew Brees and Sean Payton did when they was running the score up on people back in the mid 2010s. Running it up. So Chris Olave, hitch routes, slant routes, nonstop. Taysom Hill handoffs. I'm trying to run the score up. Screen passes, Clint Kubiak. Like, I'm telling you, it's gonna be bad, bro. It's gonna be a massacre in the Superdome, bro.
I'm gonna try my best. Hold on, because we're working at the This Shit More Than the Game studios tonight. But let's
go Zeke. Let's go Ezekiel with the fouls. He said,
right quick. Look at that TV right quick, though, Ziggy. Look at that TV. Look who they got as to winning the NFC South. Look at that. No respect. The Falcons type is real.
It's AI. They don't know better, bro. It's the computer. You know what I'm saying? It's just the computer, bro. They don't know better, bro.
All right, we got a super chat. I'm sorry, that Falcon.
We got a super chat from Ezekiel Castleton. He says,
"That's my guy, Easy E, man. That's my guy.
That boy Zeke."
We got Easy E. Why you in the chat, man? Me and Ziggy, we've been talking about possibly going to WrestleMania, and he's a big wrestling fan as well, Ziggy. Me and Ziggy, we've been talking about maybe going to Vegas.
Maybe U.S. Championship right there.
Yeah, I see it. And in a fantasy,
right next to the champ himself,
the GOAT, huh?
The GOAT.
So Easy, while we got you in the chat, thank you for the super chat. By the way, every super chat we get, y'all, we invest right back into the show, and we're going to show you guys that in 2 weeks when I give you guys some great content from Dallas, Texas. No matter what happens, win or lose, God, I hope we win because I do not want Evan to come on this show talking his shit. But you guys will see why every super chat helps out the show to give you guys some great content. Give you guys damn near an immersive experience. If you guys were in Dallas with us, that's what the super chats help us do. So thank you, Easy. If you go to Vegas for WrestleMania, as he said he got super chat bank account, Ziggy, but he ain't got no WrestleMania.
I feel that, bro. I feel that.
Me and Ziggy the same way. All right, right now it's peer pressure to try to get us to go to Vegas.
You know,
I mean, my dog Stone Cold doesn't break my heart again this up next year. Then we'll see. But Ziggy, you talking about we're gonna blow out the Panthers. I'm not that confident in the team. I'm really not. So
I'm very confident.
I'll ask you because I kind of alluded to it earlier in the show.
Okay.
I feel like though for like the disgruntled fans to be excited or to be impressed by a victory Sunday, it does have to be in their eyes a 2 or 3 score victory. Like we cruising in the fourth quarter. Me and my brother at the Superdome, we got our feet on the chairs above us because everybody leaving because there's a blowout. They're trying to beat traffic, Right. If we win, say 17-14, you know how we went ugly against the Titans last year? Do you think fans will have a reason to be upset at winning, quote unquote, ugly?
No, because you just said a few minutes ago, a win is a win. You know what I'm saying? So I think they should be happy with the win because if we lost, wouldn't y'all be upset?
Oh, no. If we lose, it's going to be held on earth. Absolutely.
I also take what I think Shannon Sharp said this. He said, don't accept what you would in a loss in a win. So even though you won, so the things you did wrong, even though you won, you still got to hold yourself to the same accountability.
Ziggy, one of the good things about, as you saw, the AI with all those Falcons picks for winning the NFC South that the NFL Network was doing on their preview show right now. How dare they do a preview show at the same time as us? Is Falcons fans are obviously hyped. So we got my guy Red. So I used to get the term my guy loser because the first commandment in this shit more than the game commandments is we never show love to the Falcons. It's always fuck the Falcons. But
he cool.
Red Swarm says Ziggy, puff, puff, pass, pass, saying that you high as hell for thinking the Saints. I don't now look, Red Swarm. I am anything if not a fair man. Okay, I would call Ziggy out on this toxic positivity bullshit. But again, it's the Panthers we're talking about, Ziggy. We ain't talking about. We ain't playing the Chiefs Sunday and it's talking about we're gonna blow them out. We're gonna win. No, we're talking about the Carolina Panthers. I know it's fun, especially for Falcons fans to hate on the Saints, right? We're a sexier team to hate on. But come on, man, it's the Carolina Panthers. Now, all I have to say, Ziggy, you're trying to talk logic, and you got to understand, and you know this firsthand, Ziggy, that there is no logic when it comes to fandom. And you know it firsthand from me as a Mr. This shit both in the game. Like, they're going to be like, if we win ugly, they're going to be like, oh, man, how we struggled against a Bryce Young-led team. This is going to be a shitty season. The Cowboys are going to blow us out next week. I'm fair, Ziggy. I'm fair. I will take the wins any way I can. However, if it's an ugly game like the Tennessee game last year in week 1, I will probably come on a show next week. And it's actually an announcement, y'all. It's probably not going to be next Tuesday. It's probably going to be next Wednesday, but we'll talk about that later. I will come on a show, Ziggy, and I'm probably not going to be confident about the season as we go along because I'm going to be like, man, if we had to scratch and claw, no pun intended, versus the Panthers, I just don't think that's a sustainable brand of football for 18 weeks, Ziggy. I just don't.
I mean, a win is a win. Once again, we won 9 games last year.
Here you go with the
We're supposed to be a revamped roster. So
Clint Kubiak.
I'm putting my faith in what Mickey Loomis and DA has said over the offseason.
You know who you putting your faith in? Mm-hmm. The guy who was in this room on that couch, Eric McCoy.
That's when I was sold too. I agree.
He looked me and you in the eye and he said, we're working our ass off. We hear that you fans are frustrated. We're frustrated more than you guys. He said that we believe in Kubiak and what he can do for this offense. He said, we believe and we love Derek Carr. Now, I don't know if it's because we're not a major outlet yet, Ziggy, but it seems like the fans are just either hearing it and saying, who gives a damn? We don't want this team to be successful, or if they just didn't see. But it seems like
that's a team captain that told us this.
It is because he was voted team captain again last night. Congratulations to Eric McCoy.
Shout out to him, man.
He's not the 52nd man on the roster. Ziggy, like, this is a team captain saying this is what it is, y'all. And why would he lie to me and Ziggy? It's not like me and Ziggy had a gun to his head saying you better talk positive about the Saints, mother. Like he's gonna keep it real with us. We're fans. We're not media. He knows that he ain't gotta get
no
the correct answer.
Yeah, he ain't no issue. Like, it is what it is. Like, they squashed it. It was almost over immediately after that happened.
He said that, and that's why I still see fans bringing it up on Twitter. Like, oh, that's why. We don't like Derek Carr because his teammates hit him. And I'm like, man, we had the teammate that had to fight, if you want to call it a fight, with him in our house. And he said, it's not that big of a deal, guys. Heat of the moment, it happens. I am okay, Ziggy, with fans being critical of Derek Carr on the field. He deserves the money he's getting paid. He deserves the criticism, right? He's got to be better. That's just the bottom line. But the vitriol and the hate, remember when Eric McCoy posted a picture of him and Derek Carr came to his crawfish boil, and I'm still mad that McCoy didn't invite us, but me and him had a personal conversation about that. We're going to get that right for next offseason. And fans were on Twitter like, oh, but look at that. How could he wear white to a crawfish boil? And it's like, okay, this is getting stupid. Like, if y'all going to criticize that man for any and everything, like what he's wearing to
you're doing too much now. Exactly. Man can't breathe. Like, come on
now. So Ziggy, I want Derek Carr to shut everybody the fuck up this season. I really agree. Yes, I really do. And it's nothing against Spencer Rattler. I'm okay with the fans using Spencer Rattler as their beacon of hope that he's the future. He's the next franchise-saving quarterback for the team, et cetera, et cetera. Fine. If that's what y'all want to put y'all hope in, you absolutely have every right to. That's what fanaticism is built off of, hope. But I just seen too much bullshit about Carr that he actually tried. Like, I saw him put in the effort this season, off-season, Ziggy. He held the church event with DeMario Davis.
Dude trying, bro. That's not
he went to the barber shop and gave kids free haircuts. They said in the Times-Picayune today, he held a team party for every teammate, even the preseason guys, the ones who got cut. Last weekend, no reason. He just said, hey, man, y'all want to come to the crib? Let's kick it before the season starts. Let's get one last little time to unwind, eat some good food before we get into season mode.
Right.
Is that what we not asked for? We say, Derek, just show that you love the city, show that you love your teammates.
I think that's exactly what we asked for, and he was like, all right, I'm going to do it.
So why are fans still on this man's ass? I just don't get it.
I don't know. It's kind of making people say, like, don't be the reason that people say, see, this is why we don't like them Saints fans. You know what I'm saying? Don't be that person.
Oh, I think we are already those people.
Nah, bro, we supposed to show love to our players, man. Like that's the thing. Like what's his name came out and said it. The new point guard for the Pelicans,
DeJounte Murray.
Yeah, he was like, man, I love it here. Like everybody been showing me love.
Now, DeJounte Murray, if Derek Carr wants to really do some good, he needs to study DeJounte Murray's playbook because DeJounte Murray has been leading an elite way of showing how you embrace the city of New Orleans when you get traded. He was with Lil Wayne this past weekend, and he gave Lil Wayne a Pelicans. That's the first time I've seen Lil Wayne with a Pelicans jersey since that Pop Bottles video when he had the damn Oklahoma City Ray jerseys. Like, when you got Lil Wayne showing Pelicans love, like, DeJounte Murray is going to be easily a fan favorite. I don't know, is it just out of the goodness of his heart or if he has an elite PR team, but he is doing a master class on winning over the city of New Orleans. And if Derek Carr would have followed that playbook from day one, he probably would have some grace given to
maybe from day one, yeah.
But because
Drew did it day one.
Well, we know
rolled his sleeves up.
We know Drew's. We tried telling them, right, Ziggy?
Y'all gonna get sick of me trying to tell you, saying that I try to tell y'all about Drew.
You know what you tried telling them about, Ziggy?
But what was it, bro?
I saved this graphic for you, bro. Look at that, Ziggy. Look at it.
I said y'all gonna miss him when he gone.
And mind you, Ziggy, during these 2017 and 2020 years, what are the fans saying? Oh, he's got a noodle on. We need to look to the future. We need to.
It was calling him noodle on. That was crazy.
And what did we try telling him, Ziggy? We say the grass is not greener on the other side. Look at what our quarterback life has been like since Drew Brees has retired. But there are 7 quarterbacks, Ziggy, to the right side of that graphic. The record says 33-28. The only reason why that record is above 500 is because that's when Sean Payton led Taysom Hill and Teddy Bridgewater. To those great records. Like, they are holding up that weight right now for that right side of the graphic.
Look at that touchdown to interception ratio.
Come on, man. Look at that. Drew Brees.
Abysmal.
Drew Brees threw less interceptions and more touchdowns than 7 quarterbacks of the Saints in the last 4 years. We tried telling them, Ziggy. We tried telling them. Well, Ziggy, maybe you are trying to tell them about the New Orleans Saints this weekend because whatever happens, it's just great to have football back. Ziggy, it's great to have you back on the show. I know that you're going to do your best to commit to as many episodes. We're going to need you, Ziggy, because Lord knows how the fan base is.
Man, what's good, Ryan?
What up, Ryan? We're going to need some of that positivity. Now, if it gets to the point where it becomes toxic, Ziggy, I will call your ass out. I will call your ass out.
Toxic if we're winning games. That's what I don't understand.
No, it's only toxic when we're not winning games.
That's because we have to stay positive. Y'all feed into the negativity too much. It's like, well, for my wrestling fans, when Daniel Bryan was the eco champion, and he was calling everybody fickle. Y'all are so fickle. The moment we lose, oh man, we suck. No, we still leading the division. Like, look at things as glass half full, not glass half empty.
Here is an over and under.
Okay, all right.
I'm gonna go with 10. How many times are you gonna say the words "in the hunt" this season?
I mean, we're gonna always be on the hunt until we eliminate it. I mean, what you mean? We're in the hunt now. Everybody in the hunt. You always in the hunt. All right, I'm just giving you a 4-1 now. All right? Last season was the first year that we did the show on the fly throughout the season. We got a little bit more mileage on these tires now. We got a little bit more experience on this resume. Ziggy, if you come with that in the hunt bullshit in December and we're like 6-6 or whatever, I'm gonna be on your ass. No homo. Because we will literally be on the pause. We are literally in the hunt. Mathematically, we are in the hunt. That's the Saints. Isn't that the Saints thing? We're all huddled up around TVs waiting for other people to lose. That's what in the hunt is. After we won 5 games straight. All right, so look, we need the Commanders to lose. We need
that's a tradition like no other. Huh? That's a tradition like no other. We're gonna find out, guys. We're gonna find out. The season is here. I'm excited. Ziggy's excited.
Shout out to everybody over there on X on Jono's channel,
Ziggy,
man. Y'all be showing a lot of love.
Tell them how they can follow you. I feel like you need more Saints followers. For as great as a Saints fan as you are, I would love to get some of my fans who are following me on Twitter to follow you on Twitter. So tell them where they can follow you at.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Man, y'all go follow me at Ziggy the Beast, man. Y'all go ahead, because Jono don't tag me in some of his stuff that he does. You know what I'm saying? So I
remember that today. I said, oh, Ziggy, you quote tweeted the video saying starring at Ziggy Bones. Ziggy. I'm like, oh yeah, I probably should have.
I always mess with Jono like that. Man, it was good, Red Swan. See, look.
Well, if anybody's If anybody's in the chat on YouTube right now, I just linked to Ziggy's Twitter profile. Make sure
Man,
y'all
hit
go
me
follow
up,
that man.
I'm trying to hit 1K by the end of the year.
Oh yeah, I think we can make that happen, Ziggy. Well, as long as you ain't on this in the hunt bullshit, but we'll see. We'll see. Football is back.
I'm the beacon of the Saints fan base. Look, we're all not like toxic. We're all not mean. We're a positive people here. We are welcoming here in the Saints Nation.
I think Spencer Rattler's the beacon of the Saints fan base. But either way, I'm excited, Ziggy. You're excited. Football is back.
I'm very excited.
This is our second season. Like I said, we got a little bit more experience. Be safe on that road, Brute. We got a little bit more experience after our first. I mean, we were building Rome on the fly last season, Ziggy, and to go into year two, and you see how the community that we built. And it's not the biggest community, but it got us, or it got the dish shit more than a drink, right? It's got some exclusive.
Well, something right, bro.
Got some exclusive content coming out, I believe, later this week with New Orleans brand. You got the magnets. We got a lot coming out. That's because of you guys, and we built this show on the fly last season. And we got Eric McCoy after one season. I think we're gonna do some.
Hold on, Bruce Saint. I want to just to verbalize this. We appreciate all our live viewers, but you can watch it on demand and you can watch the replays. That also helps the channel out as well. So please safely make it to your destination, Bruce Saint. You can watch the replay as well. That helps as well, So definitely appreciate it. Absolutely. Drive safe, bro.
Drive safe. Everybody, man, I promise you this. No matter what happens with the Saints this year, Ziggy and I are going to be on this show I ain't gonna do that to Ziggy. I'm going to be on this show. Ziggy's going to be on the line. I just want to be respectful of your schedule, Ziggy. We're going to be on this show weekly. We're going to be here for the good. We're going to be here for the bad. And most importantly, all jokes aside, we are going to work our ass off to entertain you guys and give you guys something to enjoy in the madness that is football season. We appreciate that you guys give us your time every single week on the Jono Barnes Show. Especially during the off season, I learned the hard way. I was like, oh man, we were getting like 100+ people, Ziggy, during the end of the season.
It was crazy.
And I was like, oh yeah, that's going easy to carry over to the off season. It didn't. It didn't. I was like, okay, the off season, that's when everybody's all right. We don't hear this guy talk about the Pelicans, which is fine. But I'm glad to have a lot of you guys back on the Jono Barnes Show as football is officially back. And next week, Ziggy, next week is going to be a show. Actually, the next 2 weeks, because then you got to have the results show. But next week is going to be a show that you guys do not want to miss, because no matter what happens, I mean, either way, because you want to talk about what happened on the week one game, but we will be previewing the game that we have been building up for, I would say 1 year, but it's not like me and Ziggy started streaming last year. We just built up our audience last year for like the past 4 years with Evan as a Cowboys trader and our family. And we are going to have a head of a show. And I'm here to announce, make sure, you guys, if you subscribe, hit that bell notification so you can be alerted when we do go live, because next week, I know we usually do the show on Tuesday, but I believe, I'm 95% sure, next week the show will be done on Wednesday. Please put that on your calendar. The Jono Barnes Show, I know it's usually on Tuesday, but I told y'all in preseason that we're going to have a bit of a different schedule this year because I'm going to be traveling for away games and stuff. So it's not, and to be honest, one, I'm not trying to compete against Trump and Kamala next week. They debate next Tuesday. I'm not trying to compete with that. I feel like a lot of people are going to be watching that debate. And two, Evan will be coming back from France next Tuesday, but he will be back on Wednesday. And we got to have Evan on the show next week. Like, that's like, if there's 2 episodes that we need Evan on, it's next week and then a week after when we have the result of the Saints Cowboys. So next week, y'all, just be mindful. We're probably going to go live Wednesday. If you hit the bell notification, I promise I will give you guys enough time to officially announce when we go live. But it's going to be a hell of an episode. It is going to be a hell of an episode. And then a week after, guys, again, if the Saints could beat the Cowboys, if we could beat the Cowboys, if LSU could beat USC, huh? If LSU could beat USC. We're going to talk about that in a little bit because Ziggy and I watched that game together. But before we talk about those damn fighting Tigers, let's hear a word from one of our sponsors. And let me tell y'all something. You thought tickets were already cheap for that Saints and Panthers game? You can get them even cheaper this way. Here's a gift just for you for being a fan. Are you going to a sports game or a concert or any major event? Well, buy your tickets from SeatGeek and use the promo code JONO at checkout, and you can receive $20 off your purchase over $50. That's $20 off your purchase. What are you waiting for? You know this shit more than a game, man. Somebody, Ziggy, That I wish. Wait, what Chad asked? I watch it on X, but it's still benefit on either X. We appreciate y'all watching on any platform, Chad. I love that we got people who watch it on Twitter. I love it. If you're comfortable on Twitter, we're not going to ask you to change platforms just because. Now, YouTube, you can get live links and you can be a part of the chat that you see. Oh, Ziggy, we got a super chat of the
Yeah, I
chat.
was letting you finish.
All right, the chat to the right of your chat, but we appreciate that's why we try to offer this show on multiple platforms. So if you are a Twitter person, you can watch it on Twitter. If you're a YouTube person, you can watch it on YouTube. If you're a Facebook person, you can watch it on Facebook. If you are a Twitch person, you can watch it on Twitch. Hell, if I could, I had the show on Instagram. So watch it on whatever you feel comfortable with, Chad. We appreciate it. However,
eventually memberships will be coming to YouTube. So there will be some different benefits on YouTube, some exclusive content coming that was requested by the community.
It was.
So there's a little bit of a benefit to, I would say, still follow the YouTube channel, but watch on whatever platform you want.
Yeah, make sure you just subscribe to YouTube. We're trying to get that goddamn silver plaque. I mean, I'm trying. I'm trying. It's a long journey. It is a long journey. But I believe in my heart, Ziggy.
Hey man, that's the goal, bro.
I wish Brian Hart. Oh, let's get to the super chat right quick. Slim John Un. He leaves a $2 super chat. He didn't even say anything. Ziggy, I think he just wants to say, "Hey, it's go time." And he loves us.
He said ain't nothing to talk about right now. Go ahead and get that W.
He said, wait till next week. He said that's when we're gonna really talk. I feel you, Slim John Un. I feel you. I appreciate you.
Terrell Davis said, Jono, I started watching your content when you posted a vid of you going to the Falcons Saints game when we came back to win in the fourth quarter a couple years ago and shut up all the Falcon fans.
I said earlier on the show that sadly has been the peak of the Dennis Allen era so far, but that was a time, man. We had a great time.
That was a good time.
That is exactly what we are going to be doing next Sunday, y'all. We are going to the Dallas game, and I'm going to vlog it. I'm going to capture everything. I don't know if we're going to have as great of a result as we did for the Falcons game in 2022, but if we do, great. That's going to make the party even more lit. But either way, you guys are going to get an epic rant no matter what. Whether we win or lose, you guys are going to get an epic rant inside Texas Stadium. I guess AT&T Stadium next Sunday. So I appreciate that you've been rocking with me since 2022, Tyrell. Hopefully we get some new followers after next Sunday, Ziggy.
Hopefully so.
And hopefully LSU can learn to start winning in week 1, Ziggy. Me and you watched the game together. LSU had USC on the ropes. What did they do? They let them come off it. And we wound up losing a heartbreaker to, of all teams, man, of all teams, USC. After the game, Brian Kelly, look at that, Ziggy. I feel like we're going to be doing that a lot of Saints fans this year. Banging his fist on the table and everything. He said, I'm tired of it. It was actually, to be honest, it was one of the weaker coaching rants I've ever seen. I'm like, man, you got to look at some Jim Mora tip if you're going to give a coaching rant. Like, he was like, I'm just tired of it. I'm like, man, put some bass in your voice.
Well, he was trying to, yeah.
I know I'm going to talk about putting the bass on your voice, but still. But the LSU Tigers lost to USC. Ziggy and I watched that game together with the whole family. It was an entertaining game. But Ziggy, it's led to 2 main topics of conversation. I'm going to ask you. Number 1, should LSU stop scheduling these good teams in week 1 and go back to scheduling like the pushovers like this Sunday? And I'm not trying to hate on them, but there's levels, right? Nico State, you play a team that you're going to whip their ass, start the season with a bang, get some momentum, make yourself look good for those rankings, right? And question number 2, is Brian Kelly overrated? Is he the right guy for this team, Ziggy? We're going to start with question number 1. Do you think LSU should stop scheduling the USCs and the Florida States in week 1, even though it brings in a lot of money, a lot of eyeballs? It was the most watched college game of all time, I believe. You get the nice stadiums. You get to play in Las Vegas. Do you think that trade-off is worth losing in week 1 compared to playing in Tiger Stadium and whooping Southeastern Louisiana by 40, 50 points?
No, in the moment, I'm like, why don't we just do cupcake games like Alabama and everybody? But now that I have time to think about it, I think that this is what they should be doing, because if they win, they get the notch up and you get your position early in the rankings and in the AP polls and everything. That way you're not in a rat race at the tail end of the season trying to, okay, now we're into our season. Now let's start getting our – no, you're already playing the heavy hitters early. If you come out on the winning side of it, look, we're already in the top 10. You're already ahead of the curve. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
that's
have
what
to
I'm
believe.
doing.
You like just fucking win, huh? You say you don't care about the opponent, win. You're LSU. You're not Southeastern Louisiana. You're LSU. You're supposed to be the top dog over the USC's, over the Florida States. Boston College beat Florida State last day. We lost to Florida State last year. I know Florida State was a much better team last year, but still, like you're LSU. You are LSU. Because I'm with you. I like the big time matchup. I like the LSU. The Sunday night game against Florida State and Dallas. Against USC and Las Vegas. I like that big time feel, man. Hell yeah, we're LSU. This shit more than a game down here in Louisiana. But you gotta win. Like Brian Kelly, give me a reason to want these big games. But you gotta find a way to win. You are in your third year. You are a top 3 highest paid college coach. It's time to have conversations about this man, Ziggy. I posted it on Twitter. Surprised I got as much feedback as I did because I don't have that big of an LSU audience per se. So some of the LSU fans were like getting mad at me saying, you're being reactionary or whatever. I'm like, this is year 3. It's not the first year. This is year 3. Year 3, you're supposed to have your shit together. You put your stamp on your team. You get the first 2 years to kind of like fill your way out. Year 3 is when you make your statement. Same as you, Dennis Adams. I'm looking at you this Sunday.
Especially with the transfer portal and stuff now.
When you got the money too, like this is a business. He is a top 3 highest paid coach. I'm not going to treat that man with kid gloves and talk about you being overreactionary. We got to win games if you're trying to be in the playoffs. That game could be the reason why we finished in number 13 instead of in the top 12.
There you go.
So, yes, we should be having conversations about Brian Kelly. I like Brian Kelly. I never thought he was – my dad made a point. He was like he thought that we would have been better off hiring John Summerall from Tulane, the Tulane coach who went to he said you could got him for half the price, and he feels like he's just as great of a coach as Brian Kelly, but LSU just wanted to go with the big name because we're LSU, right? We got to get a big name. Yeah. We're LSU. We got to make an impact. We can't just be hiring, Joe Schmo. We got to be hiring.
That's actually a good point he made.
Well, look, and I'm not trying to discredit Brian Kelly. He is overall a good coach, but man, when you are a top 3 highest paid coach, Ziggy, you're gonna have your feet to the fire, and you cannot be going 0-3 in week 1 when you are coaching LSU. It does not work that way.
I agree.
It does not work.
This is the
Tulane,
SEC.
yes, if it's Tulane, yes, it's Tulane. I get it. I love Tulane, but it's levels. This is the LSU Tigers, bro. Brian Kelly got to get it together, Ziggy, and maybe he goes and we win out. I don't know what I saw Sunday. I sincerely doubt it, but Ziggy, I don't know if we don't make the playoffs. Do you think Brian Kelly should get another year?
One more year.
So you're
and then I do think the quarterback he looked uneasy. He didn't look poised like Jaden Daniels and like Joe Burrow.
I thought that he looked real well. Actually, he's not the reason we lost, in my opinion.
No. I'm not saying he was the reason we lost, but I mean the play calling I think too was a little sketchy. We could have kept running the ball to run the time off the clock because the running back was actually chewing up yards, and I don't know why we got away from that and started throwing the ball and then creating third down situations. So, I mean, we can go back and dissect, like, we could have just ran the ball right here and just chewed up a lot of clock.
Yeah.
But a lot of people is getting mad at his press conference, but I'm like, come on now, like, y'all get mad when people give Nick Saban or Greg Popovich answers, right? Oh, no, yeah, we lost, we sucked. But when somebody shows a little bit of spirit, like what Jono is showing on the screen right here, oh, no, he shouldn't have done that. No, okay, now if I give you a textbook answer, y'all say it's boring, but when I give you heart and how I actually feel about the game, I'm crucified there. Like, what do y'all want me to do? This is why people talk more on these podcasts, and this is why these guys talk more on these podcasts and other alternative media than in these press conferences.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that. My only thing was that I just felt like I didn't feel like he was doing it from the heart, Ziggy. Like I know
he could have just been like, yeah.
No, I get it. I just felt like if you're gonna do the smash your fist,
go all the way.
No, you gotta like yell. Like it can't be like in your medium voice. Like you gotta be like me. Your voice
I
starts cracking. Like
maybe
Jim
he's
Moore,
not somebody that really. Maybe he's not someone that really yells like that much.
Maybe he's smart. Like unlike maybe he knows that his voice.
Maybe he's like a nice guy. Maybe he just don't really yell that much.
Like my voice is not meant to project loud, but I still project loud, and y'all hear me on the show once a week. Like my voice gives out because it's not meant to be a loud voice. So maybe Brian Kelly is smarter than me in that way. But I do agree. I don't mind the passion. Like I'm happy that he is showing that he's not content with, we got a long season. We're going to bounce back. We'll see how the season ends before we make any rash decisions or emotions. But I just want him to put a little bit more bass in your voice next time, Brian. Put a little bit more bass in your voice.
Yeah, just a little bit. This is also why I want Louisiana to, in these other schools, to hopefully step it up. Like Texas got Texas Tech, they got Texas, they got all these schools, and it's like we just got LSU and that's it. ULL, where you at? Louisiana Tech, where you at?
My face in the morning. We know, Evan. We me and
Evan,
Ziggy,
we know, bro. Like the stuff you be eating, bro.
Ziggy, I'm gonna push back a little bit on that. I hear what you're saying, smart, but Tulane is doing the damn thing. Like, if honestly, we'll be honest, Tulane's been the best Louisiana institution for the past.
We lost the coach.
I know, but we still whooped that ass. You know why? Because Tulane was smart. So we're gonna start the season with a puff team. Now we got Kansas State this weekend. That's gonna be a nice little test for Tulane. And I want to give Tulane love because they're doing the damn thing. And a lot of the Tulane alumnus, even the Tulane official account, was trolling on Sunday saying, "We know one Louisiana team that beat USC, and they beat USC with the Heisman winning quarterback, the #1 draft pick in the league." So I say, talk your shit, Tulane. Talk your shit. This shit more than a game. Tulane been doing the damn thing. I understand what you're also saying, Ziggy, that you want some of these other Louisiana teams to step up, but I'm just trying to play fair and devil's advocate. It's kind of hard for the ULLs, and I know that's where. Wait, that's where you went, huh?
Louisiana Tech.
Yeah, Louisiana Tech and all that. Like, it's kind of hard for them to compete when, obviously, if you're a big football player, you're gonna go to LSU. Like, the money's in LSU. Worst case,
and they always lose the coaches when they get good coaches. Then
exactly.
The
so I don't want
schools always take.
I hear what you're saying. I don't
like what happened to Tulane. Yeah, I got you.
It's not like, I guess, how Texas, not Texas. Who am I thinking of? Well, what state has like multiple good colleges that, because the state is just so damn
like
big.
Florida.
You could go to Florida. You could go to Miami. Hell, you can even go to FAMU, like if you want to do the HBCU thing. But Louisiana is like LSU, Tulane. It's just like, the people like me and you on the Louisiana Tech team. That's the best they got available. But man, shout out to every Louisiana institute, because I tweeted this again. Like I told you, I tweeted about Brian Kelly, and it kind of led to this. I don't want to say a weird thing, but like then some Tulane fans started coming at me saying, "Why you don't show up to Tulane?" Me? I mean, using that platform to hype Tulane. No, what y'all talking about? I got a Tulane shirt.
Wow, they really said that about
you, for y'all. And then you got the LSU fans getting and they're like, "Oh, worried about your Saints." I'm like, wait, so a Saints fan in New Orleans cannot be a LSU? Like, what are we doing?
It's different. It's different.
Tribalism, I guess.
I mean, you even when we had the Breakers, we were cheering for
the Breakers. I was tweeting every damn week. We gonna break them, and then The Rock made us lose our team.
I'm telling you, this is a real thing for Louisiana sports.
Yeah, no, it's like tribalism. I'm like, man, look. People like me, people like Ziggy, bro, we chill for anything that got that goddamn the boot logo, that boot, that Louisiana.
That's actually very factual.
We gonna cheer for, we gonna show love, man, because this shit more than a game. It's not just meant for the Saints, y'all. It's not just meant for LSU. It's not just meant for Tulane. It's meant for the whole damn state. So come on, y'all. Let's do better than that. I'm not talking to everybody, obviously. I'm just about
and bring back the baby cakes.
Yeah, let's get a hockey team. Let's get a baseball team. I don't want anything.
Bro, if we had MLB, I'll be, bro.
Shout out to my guy Chris Conner. If that thing got New Orleans on it, me and Z gonna rock with it, man.
We got an MLB team, that'd be lit.
I know what you're saying. We ain't got the money for it, let's be honest. That's a whole nother show. We ain't got
I'm gonna just have fun with the Alex Box Stadium and my LSU baseball.
Well, you know what? I wish fans, that's all season, because one of the politicians was like, we should have a baseball team, man. I'm like, man, Louisiana ain't got no time for no baseball team.
I'm a Marlins fan now because we ain't got no
exactly.
That's a whole nother thing.
Keep that energy though for the Pelicans, man. Like, y'all got a professional team right down the street from the Saints. Like, why we don't have the same enthusiasm? I know the Pelicans are in the most standard franchise when it comes to greatness, but still. But Ziggy, Brian Kelly got to get it together, bro. I'm gonna let the season play out, because the good thing about for LSU fans is I'm not as all in on LSU as I am for the Saints and the Pelicans, so I can show a little bit more grace that I probably wouldn't show if that was Dennis Allen or even Willie Green. But you got to get it together. Ziggy, like when you are the third highest paid coach in college, brother, we got to get the result.
Also, the SEC is no West or East anymore, right?
Yes. Yep.
Is it just straight?
That's why we're playing Oklahoma this year. No, I think we still got the East and West, but we just got all the new teams that came from.
Okay, I don't know why I thought the SEC consolidated to just one.
Like Texas, who Evan is suddenly a Texas fan, Ziggy. Boy, what a bandwagon he is. I cannot wait till next week. Texas is in our conference now. We don't play them this year, but like it's getting tougher. We got some great teams coming to the SEC. We got Oklahoma this year. Like, it ain't gonna get any easier, bro. Brian Kelly, we are paying you to keep LSU up to that standard. So I'm sorry to all Brian Kelly apologist, but when he's the third highest paid coach, and I know that I got Oklahoma on the schedule now, I know I got Texas in the future years. I want my team to be great because we got to be great. Unless we're going to get lapped up by all these other new SEC teams, including the old standards in Georgia and Florida and Alabama. Isn't shit not more the game that y'all are not LSU and Baton Rouge, since y'all apparently think that y'all are different from New Orleans and that we got to pick sides? Is this shit not more than the game to y'all or not? Brian Kelly, you showed me a little bit this shit more than the game energy when you lost that game Sunday. Now show it on the field.
Yeah.
Show it on the field.
I already saw. I see. The one thing I see wrong with that photo, John, if you mind putting it on the screen one more time.
Go ahead.
What do you see wrong with this photo?
It looks like he's been working out, which is good.
That Dasani bottle. That's his problem.
You don't like Dasani water?
Nah, bro. See, that's his problem right there. He drinking Dasani.
There goes out any potential sponsorship with Dasani. Good job, Ziggy. You said, come on now, we gotta be a little bit politically correct. All right, we can't be.
I'm told you all our true feelings. I was keeping it true.
Tough loss for LSU, but hopefully they bounce back this week against Nichols. But hey, if Nichols wins, shout out to Nichols, man. Because again, me and Ziggy, I know it's a crime to some of you guys, but we cheer for anything or any body that's representing that Louisiana.
That boy only 3-6.
he's the opposite of Bill Guy.
You can tell some from New Orleans. You say that boy.
Dennis Allen is 1-0, 2-0 in week one matches. Man, hopefully we'll be 3-0 after this Sunday. And then the season kind of just tail spins up, down, up, down. Well, Brian Kelly starts off the season at the bottom, and then they always project up. It's like those two are the polar opposites of each other. Maybe we could combine and we could get the perfect coach. I know one thing that was perfect, though, was these voicemails we got. Because, Ziggy, even though the Saints have not played yet, we are still getting voicemails from the passionate this shit more than the game community. And I know you are excited, Ziggy. This is your favorite part of the show, is when we give the voice to the voice.
It's the try not to laugh challenge.
Ziggy, would you like to hear the voicemails from this weekend?
I don't know, man. We got 43 likes, man. We got.
Well, that's good, actually, because we got 40 likes. So because of that, we're going to play an exclusive, the director's cut, the This Shit More Than a Game cut of the Jono Barnes and Ziggy skit that y'all saw earlier in the show. So thank you, guys. If y'all get us to 50, I don't know what we're going to do. It might get a little crazy.
We got 212 on Twitter. If y'all haven't liked the show or followed Jono Barnes on YouTube, just, while you're watching on your phone, just open up a tab, hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. We appreciate it.
And do one other thing, y'all. Why don't y'all buy This Shit More Than a Game shirt?
Ooh, nice.
No matter what, we all know that this shit more than a game, and now you can wear it with pride. Visit www.jonobarnes.com or thisshitmorethanagame.com and buy your This Shit More Than a Game shirt now for the low price of $28.03. You can buy it in black and gold, purple and gold, white and blue, red and navy blue, all types of colors. We've got you covered here on the Jono Barnes Show. So visit www.jonobarnes.com or thisshitmorethanagame.com and buy your This Shit More Than a Game shirt now and let the world know, folks, this shit more than a game.
For only $28.03, Ziggy, everybody can be swagged up, including the brand new, Ziggy, the brand new, the white and gold edition of the This Shit. You know how they be doing in Louisiana. Somebody want to look out for our audience and say, man, I'm sure people love the black and gold version, but they probably be sweating their ass off in that black shirt in this Louisiana humidity. So I said, I'm gonna make a white shirt for them so that summertime they can still rep that black and gold, represent that This Shit More Than the Game, and not have, they'll still be sweating because you're gonna be hot no matter what, but they're gonna be sweating as much. And they can get the tank top. We did the tank top. Come on, man. We be looking out for that community, man. So just go on www.jonobarnes.com or thisshitmorethanagame.com if you're nasty, and make sure you are swagged out. That's the season.
When you see something that's fire, you just make that like.
You see, even
nice.
We got the great Mincy from Boston.
Mincy in the chat, man. We gotta give Mincy some home. Boston.
I think we'll try to get Mincy at some point on the show this season because that Boston audience, and Mincy's just great, period, right?
Mincy's just legit.
Combine that with the Boston audience, and it's great. It'll definitely be some elite. This shit more than the game energy.
Shout out to Mincy, man.
Shout out to you.
If y'all aren't following Boston Mincy, make sure y'all check him out.
Yeah, D, if you want to
Super
call it the
cool
Cutter
individual.
Rush shirt, yeah, man. Hey, it's the top of the line shirt. That's all I know. You can call
Hey,
it the
Jono,
Cutter
you know
Rush
what's
shirt.
crazy? I mean, you don't support Tulane, but I want to say I thought I saw on your commercial that you just played. I thought I saw some Tulane colors.
Well, hold on. I ain't gonna play the whole commercial, but let me just check one last. My eyesight getting a little bit. I know
Maybe
we
I'm
getting a little
maybe
old.
I'm tripping,
I
Jono.
turned 36 2 weeks ago. You turned 36 a few weeks ago. I know our eyesight getting bad. Let me look at it one last time.
No matter what, we all know that this shit more than a game, and now you can wear it with pride.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it was.
yeah.
Yeah,
The second one was a Tulane, right? Yeah, but
I'm just making sure.
show more love to Tulane. Come on now, what are we talking about? Thankfully, I don't have the craziness that is that from the voicemails. Again, I'm so appreciative that we still got people giving us voicemail. I know the voicemails next week, starting Sunday, are really going to crank up. But the fact that we were still getting these voicemails throughout the preseason, we're very humble for it. It's our favorite part of the show where we give a voice to the voiceless. You guys have given us a great platform. We want to give it right back to you guys. So let us get to the voicemails, the post preseason, post LSU USC edition of the voicemails of the Jono Bones Show.
All right, y'all. So, got a couple things to talk about. First off, what's over at LSU? Something I don't normally talk about, but I swear to God, Brian Kelly avoids week 1 wins more than a fucking fat person fucking avoids treadmills, dude. How does this motherfucker always start so slow, man? Especially against good teams, man. Like, I understand, you're playing against a good team on the first week. Obviously, you're going to be sluggish. But, dude, in order for you to be the best team in college or have a chance at a championship, man, you got to beat teams like that, man. This can't be another case of the Cowboys where you fucking dominate during the regular season, then end up shitting the bed in the playoffs because during the regular season you dominated weak opponents while playing against good opponents, you shit the bed. Just like the Saints, whenever the Saints last year, they played against the Rams after beating, the Giants and the Panthers or some shit. They went up against the Rams and they sucked ass. And then guess what happened? We did not make the playoffs. So, man, LSU needs to beat teams like that, man. If they want to be a threat, okay? If they want to be good, if they want to be the best, they got to beat teams like that, man. But anyway, enough of that. My preview on the Saints-Panthers game, this is definitely a game that we must win. We should win. Really what comes down to it, man, if our pass rush can get to Bryce Young a lot, man, I mean, our offense don't really have to do much, to be honest. I need our offense to dominate time and possession. Let the defense do their thing, make Bryce Young uncomfortable. We should easily win that game. That should be a must-win right there. If we lose that game, I know it's just week 1, but it's not going to be a good look.
We appreciate that call, Bruce Saint. That man say Brian Kelly avoids week 1 wins like a fat person avoids the treadmill.
That's crazy.
Bruce Saint is in mid-season form. He does a thing, Ziggy. I know he's driving, so hopefully he's still, prioritizing himself.
Yeah, get that safe and
he's doing a swear jar thing where how many curse words he did. He donates on the super chats. I say, we go waive that this week. Brute, we know that everybody's a little bit emotional after the LSU game. We understand the passion. He seems optimistic, though, Ziggy, just like you about the Carolina game this Sunday. So it's good to see that Bruce Saint is optimistic about week 1. Let's see other fans optimistic about our showdown. And I used to wear showdown very loosely, versus the Carolina Panthers.
Man, brother. LSU. I was going to talk about the Saints playing Carolina week 1, and I'm not going to lie. I'm just going to say my score prediction. The Saints win 28-17. But now let's talk about the LSU game. Brian Kelly, you're a fraud. So much faith, so much hope that you can turn this team around, and what you do, you spit in our face. We fired Coach O, even though he won the championship, and you haven't even made the playoffs yet, so we can definitely fire you as well. And you think banging on tables, saying how angry you are, you think that's going to save your job? Man, you don't get out of here with that, man. We have freaking Kyron Lacey on the field. Why don't you use him in the second half? Doesn't even get 1 reception in the second half. Mason Taylor. I think he might be the best tight end in all of college football, but you don't use him. Why is that a thing? The defense is actually not even bad. But if you go outside, why would you try to run back to the line of scrimmage even though you already know they're going to hike the ball? Because at that point, just take the 5 yards, just sack the quarterback, get enough 5 yards is better than giving up a touchdown. Come on, man. We play Nichols next week. I don't even think LSU fans care to watch that game. Go Tigers. Don't be a Bama fan. This shit more than a game.
Hey, Ziggy, I'm gonna give Hurricane Mikey this, man. That man knows his shit, huh?
What was that when he first got on the call? That grunting, like what you was doing, dog.
I think he was just like sighing, like, man.
Okay, it just sounded a little.
He said it's only September and he already needs a cigarette from this Louisiana sports fandom that we call it this shit more than the game lifestyle.
What was that, dog?
Thank you, Mike. Mikey, we know you're gonna be calling every
Appreciate
week.
you, bro.
We're looking forward to it, man. You got some good knowledge you be dropping, and we got a super chat. Hopefully from his from his driveway. The great Bruce Saint, who leaves a $10 super chat. And what does he say, Ziggy?
Bruce Saint says, "I'll take time out of this $10 dono to say, how was your Labor Day, Jono?"
He like, do I
Like
like
that
the
boat?
bar? He sound like a little Eminem. Eminem's been mighty silent since Bruce Saint has left that super chat. Is all I'm gonna say. We had a good Labor Day, actually. Me and Ziggy were together. Well, not technically on Labor Day. Yeah, technically, I mean, it was past 12 a.m. when me and Ziggy were. That's how much me and Ziggy love the community. Bruce saying that we had a long night, man. We had a great barbecue. Man. Great time with family and friends. Then we watched the LSU game. I got our hearts broken in real time. Then, I mean, imagine, you just get your heart ripped out from you. Then you got to do a fantasy draft, man. Like, man, there's so much distress that me and Ziggy were under. And then after the draft ended, like at 1 a.m., Ziggy and I said, you know what, man? Our community is so damn loyal. Our community has done so much for us. Let's do a skit for them. And we did a skit at that skit that y'all started earlier. That was like 2 a.m. And Ziggy still had to go drive back home to Baton Rouge for like an hour plus drive. Man, you know what, Ziggy? Get this shit with an air horns for yourself, man. So to answer your question, Bruce, saying, man, we had a great Labor Day. It
was a great Labor Day.
And we're looking forward to some football now. So thank you for the donation, Bruce Saint. Ziggy, I guess one of the glass half full ways I look at the season is if we are bad, I know Bruce Saint's going to have that swear jar. His swear jar might be able to funnel our trip to Vegas if we want to go to WrestleMania. We might want to have a bad season, so Bruce Saint could just super chat our way to Vegas. We appreciate you, Bruce Saint. We appreciate everybody who leaves a super chat because this shit more than a thanks. And last week, Ziggy, we had super chats from Bruce Saint. From Ziggy, oh man, I'm so mad that he's not on the show tonight. You haven't been on since he's been back. But Ziggy, do you remember the fish reminds me of her? The fish reminds me of her. Came back, Ziggy.
What kind of name is that, bro?
I just want to know, and I said this last week, like what particular fish reminds him of her? Like, is it a good fish? Is it like a trash fish? Is it catfish?
Is it a trout, bass?
Exactly. Come on now. Red tail, what is it? Then we got a super chat from this guy named Ziggy. And I was so shocked. I was like, oh, man, whoever this Ziggy guy is, he sounds like an awesome guy. So thank you to whoever you are, Ziggy, for leaving this shit within a super chat last week. From Slim John, who also left a super chat this week. And from Ziggy, a guy who changed his name just for the show last week to Falcons 28-3.
28-3. That's crazy.
What a great community we have. What a great community. As you all know, this shit is more than a thanks. Bruce Saint, you have been the champion of the Super Chats this past whole offseason, and I'm glad that you now have company on this graphic week after week, and you will have company on the graphic next week. We thank every single body who leaves a Super Chat. Every Super Chat we get, we invest right back into the show to give you guys a top-of-the-line experience. So thank you, thank you, thank you. We promise you guys we are going to deliver on our promise to give you guys an entertaining season this 2024 year.
Yes, so shout out to, Ezekiel, Slim John, and once again Bruce Saint with the donations today.
Let's give him one more this shit more than the super horn, Evan. All right. I call you Evan.
Didn't Evan go to LSU?
You know, Evan, it's just a Judas, bro.
This crazy.
Even Judas is looking down or looking up. I don't know where Judas is at right now, but he's like, damn, I thought I was bad. This Evan guy.
It's crazy.
I know what's not crazy is this next guy who left the super chat. I'm glad that Evan actually is on the chat right now because this voicemail is specifically for you, Evan.
Sam from the West Bank here. You know it's the best bank. Just call me right quick to say, fuck the Cowboys and fuck Evan. Oh wait, we don't play them till next week? Well, I'm just getting a head start. Who cares about the goddamn Panthers? Fuck the Cowboys. I'll see y'all next week. It's going down.
My Lord. He got straight to the point.
Sam from the West Bank, welcome back. I'm glad that you are in mid-season form. Next week, Ziggy, it's going down, huh?
It's gonna be a movie, bro.
It's gonna be a Martin Scorsese movie. That's what
Cinema.
it's gonna be. Cinema. Absolute cinema. Next voicemail.
This is James. Just James. And so, the time is here, and so I face the opening curtain. Saints football returns this Sunday, which means Derek Carr and Dennis Allen return this Sunday. Now, our fans thought we were hard on Dennis Allen and Derek Carr already. Let him lose to the Carolina Panthers Sunday. It might be tough getting out that Superdome for all the fans who go to the game, cuz it's going to be World War III in that bitch. But whatever happens, I'm looking forward to another season with my fellow Hoodats, with you, Jono, and your community on the Jono Barnes Show. Looking forward to maybe seeing Ziggy and his toxic positivity, to seeing Sean and Evan rant and ramble about how the Cowboys and Rams are the cream of the crop in the NFC. I might have to go get a dish shit more than a drink to put up with all the stuff that we are going to have to deal with this season. But there is no other fan base that I would rather do it with, because this shit is more than the game. This is James. Just James. And the 2024 football season is here. Just here.
Hey, I like that stick he got, bro. Just James. Just James. You have to say the whole name. He's not just James. It's James, just James.
Yes. Come on. I put some respect on his name. You know when you got Sam.
Triple J.
And just James calling, you know the season is back, Ziggy. And he's right, though. There's no other fan base we would rather do this with. So thank you, James. Just James.
Yeah, man, I'm going to start calling you Triple J, bro. James, just James.
Triple H will be looking down on you smiling, Ziggy.
Y'all be having G's, we be having souls. Y'all be having G's, we be having souls. Y'all be having no G's, and we be having souls. Muscles down south and knock your head off your shoulders. Y'all be having quarterbacks, and we be having Derek Carr. Oh, shit. Okay. Jono, this shit more than the game. It's your boy T Dirty. This shit more than the fucking game. I know. The season is coming around the corner. We're going to face some Carolina Pussycats. I do understand they got a lot of faith in their team, which they should. You know what I'm saying? All pussies should have faith. You know what I'm saying? They know my key powder. Bitch, get pounded. You hear me? But anyway, I just saw the LSU game, and I hope this ain't no damn thing like it was last year. Like, I don't really watch college like that, but I know when LSU lose, the Saints fucking lose. Please, I hope this ain't no goddamn. Let's just go to this season. Dennis Allen, this is your fucking year to prove us wrong. You need to shut me up. Derek Carr, don't have me sitting on the side of the road with a check engine light on. I can't hit nowhere with the hood pop. You done prove me wrong, or we gonna put that snake in on your ass. Rattlesnake on your ass already. I'm ready for the season, dog. Shout out to Big Jerry, because I know Jerry is everywhere. Jerry everywhere like air. Man, that's Jerry. Oh shit, that's Jerry. God damn it, Jerry everywhere. Jerry like a mosquito. He every fucking where. Look here, I'm ready for the season. I'm hyped up. Shout out to you, Jono, for doing your thing. Shout out to Big Guns and Wibby. I'm ready for the season now. That's all I can say, bro. I'm doing all seafood for the same thing. All seafood. All fucking seafood. Fans, don't let me down, because if I make all this fucking seafood and y'all lose, this shit gonna become a status and shit. I'm gonna dump all this shit, man. Ooh, look. I'm ready for the season. It's football. Jono, I need to get some of that. It's more than a drink. In my system, I need to get, it's more than everything, dog. When the Saints play, it's more than the game, it's more than the drink, it's more than the feeling, it's more than, what? The Saints play, it's more than you coming to my goddamn house unannounced. It's more than all that. Who that's for life, squad up.
Like that.
It's the best time of the year, Ziggy. We got T Dirty, we got Just James, we got Mikey, we got Sam from the West Bank. It's the best time of the year.
We getting there, bro. Season get ready to start.
Like when you're on a roller coaster, it's just a slow climb.
That's right.
It's gonna be a beat. 2 days I got for T Dirty though. One, he's talking about the cookout and his seafood bars he has for the game. I hope me and you invited Ziggy. Like, damn man, T Dirty, shut up.
I you know what? You're right, Jono. Like, what's up? What's up with that, bro?
Come on, T Dirty.
Come on,
And
bro.
two, Ziggy, man, everybody got these nicknames for you, bro. You got to pick one. Like, I don't hear like 5 nicknames from you from 5 different people
I mean,
in the
it's just
chat and
like
in the voicemails.
You know, like LeBron got different handshakes for all his teammates. That's
Yeah,
just how we
okay.
connect with the community.
All right, Ziggy.
That's our thing.
Ziggy with all these damn nicknames. That's when you know you're special. Ziggy, when you got multiple nicknames. Like Shaq got like, Big Diesel. Then he got the Big Aristotle.
Yeah,
Superman. Yeah, Ziggy, when you got all these nicknames, that means you're special. That means you're special.
Kazam.
Come on now, like Stone Cold, the Texas Rattlesnake, but also the toughest SOB, like The Rock, the most electrifying man in sports entertainment, but also the great one, but also the final boss. When you got multiple nicknames, you're doing something right. So go ahead, Ziggy. Go ahead, Ziggy. And thank everybody for leaving a voicemail all season long. That's the wrong banner. All season long, you can leave a voicemail at 504-484-9170.
You just get your phone number out, Jono, like that?
Man, I ain't nobody important. Ain't nobody gonna try to hack me or anything. So call at 504-484-9170. And I know this Sunday at 3:00, win or lose, this phone line is going to start getting lit up, and we want to hear from you guys. Next week is really we've been having fun tonight, but next week is really where the fun begins. So do not be afraid. Call 504-484-9170, and let's hear your thoughts about those New Orleans Saints next week. Slim Sal, I know you used to be making some calls as well. I hope you call this Sunday after the game as well. We want to hear from you guys. Our purpose is to give a voice to the voiceless. We appreciate you guys giving us this platform, and we want to hear from you guys. You damn right, Slim Sal. Yeet.
Yeet.
All right, Ziggy, as we close up the show, I'm going through my list to make sure we captured everything, so there's nothing for people to not. You know something about Ziggy. Speaking of this game Sunday, I'm doing something pretty cool, Ziggy, and I want to.
Again?
I mean, hey man, the love you seen the love that we got tonight with the super chats and with the chat comments. I want to give it back, Ziggy. I am actually giving out 2 tickets to the Carolina Saints game this Sunday.
Oh yeah.
So
that's dope.
This is a Twitter giveaway, guys. So I hope you guys, if you don't have a Twitter profile, man, just go make a quick little account. You ain't got to tweet every day. Just make an account if you want to.
Y'all can say what y'all want about Jono. The man do give back, bro. Come on now.
Hey, that's why I say everything we do, we invest right back into the show. And I just put a Ziggy in the damn. I never get this right. Wait, no.
What you looking for, Jono?
Just trying to like point to that direction, but I always fail. All right, here we go. There we go. I know my ET finger. There we go.
I was about to say this direction.
Left finger, Jono. Left finger pointing left to get to the right. All right. I put the link right now if you're watching on YouTube. Just click that link, and it's a simple way to enter. All you got to do is retweet that tweet and put in the comments hashtag what, Ziggy? You already know.
Hashtag Jono Barnes.
Oh, my God.
This shit more than the game. I'm
just this shit more than the game. And tomorrow we will draw out a winner, and you and a guest of yours can enter to go to the Saints and Carolina game this Sunday on behalf of the This Shit More Than a Game brand. So do that right now, y'all. If you have a Twitter profile, go on the link right there. I'll also put the link in the description of the video after the show if you're watching it post-live show, and you can enter the contest. All you got to do is retweet it. You ain't even got to follow me. I know some people don't want to deal with my silly tweets. You can just hit that retweet button and hashtag This Shit More Than the Game, and you can come and watch, not with me, but you'll be close to me and watching the Saints and Carolina game this Sunday, Ziggy.
That literally takes 15 seconds to do.
Literally 15.
Do you want to give them like, maybe like 10, 15 seconds to go ahead and retweet?
Sure. What you want to talk about for those 15 seconds?
Ahead. Look, we're going to give y'all time to retweet and use hashtag This Shit More Than the Game so you can enter. So we're giving you time during the show to enter into the raffle. All right.
Is that your final answer?
Is that your final answer? No, I'm just playing.
And that's not the only giveaway we're going to be doing this season, Ziggy. So if people are true to the Jono Barnes channel and they subscribe, whether they follow on Twitter, whether they follow on YouTube, we will be doing more giveaways. We want to give back to the community. So if you want to be in that Superdome, because let me tell you, Ziggy, you know firsthand, whether we win or lose, that Superdome is an experience no matter what. And it's a brand new Superdome, too. It's a brand new Superdome. It's top of the line Superdome. The brand new renovated. It looks great. I don't know if y'all saw the video the Saints tweeted today. It looks like it makes AT&T Stadium look
much
bad.
needed. renovations.
So we we got visitors coming in February for the Super Bowl, so we're really trying to show our ass out for that. So
They better. Good. They better.
If you want to be in that building this Sunday, man, we're giving away 2 free tickets. So enter that contest. All right,
y'all.
Zigga, you ready to make your week 1 picks with me?
Yeah, let's do it.
We're not gonna do every game again, but it's back, Ziggy. It feels so good. It feels so good to be back.
People still join the is this time for people to still join, or is it like
as long as you enter this league by Thursday, guys.
All right, come on, y'all.
Jono Bone Show pick 'em. It's so easy. All you gotta do is make your picks every single week, and the winner of this league will win a free This Shit More Than a Game shirt. So I know we got a good bit of people who are already into it, Ziggy, but if you are a late hour and you have not joined, you still have time before the first game on Thursday night. All you got to do is click on the link that I just put in the chat box, and I will also put in the comment section after this live stream, and enter the group ID, which is 2312, and the password of Jono in all lowercase. So, Ziggy, we should give them another 15 seconds. If they want to enter this Pick'em League, they can enter it. You can make your picks with me and Sean and Evan and
Ziggy. All in there, bro. Mikey,
whole season.
Everybody in there.
Bro, it's a chance to win a free shirt, all free tank tops. Ziggy, like, why would you not enter it, right?
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, come on.
I don't know why you wouldn't enter.
This shit more than who wouldn't just want to enter the competition so they can show that they are way smaller than Sean and Evan. So, guys,
I mean, look, this is just a way for y'all to connect with us outside of the stream.
We're trying to
like even if
we're trying
even if you're not really too keen on winning. Look, me and Jono are in this. This is another way for y'all to connect with us outside the stream. So
absolutely. So again, y'all, the link is going to be in the comment section of the post live video replay of this, as well as it is currently in the chat right now. Just enter the group ID, which is 2312, and the password, which is Jono, and you can make your picks all season long with me, with Ziggy, with Evan, and with Sean. We're looking forward to it, guys. We're also looking forward to this great slate of week 1 matchups. Ziggy, quickly looking at this graph, is there any game that you feel, besides the Saints and Panthers, is your most anticipated matchup of the week?
Most anticipated matchup of the week? Man, that Kansas City Baltimore game.
Yeah,
that's
they did
one.
A great job.
That's kind of like the given. I'm trying to see what else. Let's see what we're looking at.
Before we
that's the one.
Ziggy, this is pretty special because this is like the first time. But we got the Locked On Steelers podcast.
Oh wow!
Now, first off, let's get some air horns for the Locked On Steelers podcast. But we have. I mean, Ziggy, I don't recall us ever really interacting with the Steelers, so that's special. You never know who's watching, huh? You never know who's watching.
Always say it. You never know who's watching, man. And first off, that means you really don't know how much that means for you to say something like that. We're really appreciate it, man.
Yeah, because the Locked On brand is doing some. We're
Locked On brand is crazy.
In the positive. We're chasing what you guys are doing. So to have a huge fan base like the Steelers, Locked On Steelers is one of the biggest ones.
Highlight of my day right here. Look at that.
Thank you. I mean, you never know who's watching. We appreciate the love. Man, I wish we were playing the Steelers because it's going to be one. I don't get it twisted, Locked On Steelers. Ain't shit always sweet. This shit is more than a game. When we play, y'all, we owe y'all an ass from 2 years ago when y'all whooped our butts. Okay, we was with Andy Dalton. Okay, don't get it twisted. We owe y'all. For the time being, we could be amicable with each other. Good luck to Russell Wilson and you guys this season. You guys have never had a losing season with Mike Tomlin. Hopefully that continues. Because what we really want from them, Ziggy, is for them to make this goddamn Atlanta Falcons fans look stupid this Sunday. Hyped up there, y'all. They've been in our chat for the past month talking all that shit.
Talking crazy.
Locked On Steelers. I know you guys don't have that much power over the team, but I know y'all got a little bit of sway. Reach out to Mike Tomlin and say, look, Mike Tomlin, we know that it's a long season, but we would really appreciate this week 1 win against the Falcons so that we can show our fellow New Orleans and Louisiana breathings that this shit is more than the game. Do that for us, Locked On Steelers. Do that for us. Ziggy, I agree with you, though, man. Just Baltimore Ravens and Chiefs game, they got it right with the first opening matchup. Like, that game is going to be lit. I am looking forward. You cannot go wrong with Patrick Mahomes versus Lamar Jackson. But another game, Ziggy, that I'm very much intrigued by a bit is this Rams and Lions game. I'm actually looking forward to that game. I want to see if the Lions can keep that momentum going into this season, because it's real hard. And I appreciate that Dan Campbell said this after they lost an NFC Championship game. He said, look, man, this is not guaranteed. Like, this is going to be really hard for
everybody
us.
Like, they'll just be back. Like,
yep. And that's the biggest Lion sports. That's the biggest Lion sports. When people say, we'll be back. We did it this year. Why we can't do it next year? Because a lot of shit can happen.
People leave, contracts. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Coaches get bought out and move to other teams.
Exactly.
Yeah, a lot happens.
Exactly. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the Lions do this Sunday, and hopefully, Ziggy, we have a good show. If the Browns can beat the Cowboys and the Lions can beat the Rams, and of course, if the Steelers can beat the Falcons and we can beat the Panthers, oh, we're gonna have a great.
I have
mean,
a honorable mention.
Go
That's
ahead,
like
go ahead.
no bias, a no bias. You see that Colts and Houston game?
Uh-huh.
I kind of got a eye on that one as well. One, I drafted Anthony Richardson, so I'm kind of
Yeah. I got
interested
CJ
to see
Stroud.
like
I got
what he
CJ
does.
Stroud, so we both gonna be watching that.
Yeah, and CJ Stroud, like, is he gonna get that sophomore slump that a lot of people are asking? So I kind of got my eye on that one just to kind of see what happens.
I agree with you because Anthony Richardson, when he was on the field, showed a lot of potential. Like he showed, like, oh, he could be a force. We just gotta see if he can maintain it and stay healthy.
So
And
it's
if he
kind
can,
of like, we'll check that one out.
that could be a nice little matchup for the next decade. CJ Stroud versus
And it's a division, division rivalry.
division, yeah. So they're gonna be
division.
facing each other for God willing if they stay healthy for the next 10 plus
be
years.
crazy.
So good eyes. They get good eye on that game. But let's get to our some of our picks as I guess we're previewing our Jono Barnes show pick. And we're gonna start Ziggy with the most anticipated matchup, which is the Ravens versus the Chiefs. Ziggy, who you got in that matchup?
I have the Ravens, and
wow.
as I'm making this pick now, I'm doing it live with y'all. So once again, y'all go ahead and jump in. I'm doing these live with Jono and with you all.
Yeah,
so go ahead and join in.
right now.
We're doing these picks live with y'all, so I'm going with Ravens.
I hope you in that league, Ethan. I hope you in our league, Tech Hollywood. I hope you in our league, LaDavius. I hope y'all join the Jono Barnes show.
Join in, tap in, y'all.
I know Bruce Wayne is in it, and I know Slim South is in it, so come tap in with us. Ziggy, why do you have the Ravens? I'm actually surprised by that.
Lamar Jackson, they got a chip on their shoulder. Derrick Henry got a chip on his shoulder. It's a lot of people that's trying to like prove them the doubters and the media wrong. Like a lot of people are saying Lamar Jackson, he don't show up when it counts. Is he truly MVP? Derrick Henry, he's banged up. By now, at this point, running backs are wash. You're like, hold on, I'm still that dude that could take the workload, that can carry an offense. Like, what y'all talking about? So
okay.
I think it's gonna be a prove it game, and then the Chiefs are gonna come in. I'm not gonna say they're gonna come in cocky or anything like that, but I just feel like the Ravens are gonna come in with that like, let's go shut them up like mentality.
I gotcha. I will be.
You can't. I mean, a lot of people telling Lamar, you can't beat Mahomes. Like you can't. Like you can't. Even though he has done so much in his career, it's always, you haven't done this. But you haven't. So it's like, I think he's gonna try to come out and show some people, bro.
I take all of that great information you say, and I have two words for you: Patrick
Taylor
Mahomes.
Swift. Oh
no, but I wonder. I feel like I don't know if she's on tour yet, on tour overseas, but I imagine she should be there Thursday, right? Like that's the big all eyes on the football world is watching. She likes to get the. I'm not saying this in a negative way, but she likes the publicity. Like when you're the biggest pop star, you like. So I can see her at that game. And one thing about Taylor Swift, but they don't lose in front of Taylor Swift, Ziggy. So I am picking the Kansas City Chiefs. While that fan base is going to be rabid, they're going to unveil the banner. They are on a mission, and they are my Super Bowl pick. By the way, Ziggy, Evan was very critical of your Super Bowl pick last week when you picked the Saints against the Dolphins. Evan said that you were smoking on that good.
What's wrong with the Saints versus the Dolphins? Once again, prove it teams. You know what I'm saying? Dolphins, they were riding high, at the end of the season, just crashed when they hit that cold weather, man.
And so you got the Saints in the Super Bowl, though, huh?
Bro, once again, how many times we got to go over this? How many games did we win last year?
In the Superdome, you got the Saints with
9,
Derek Carr and
right?
Dennis Allen.
It's supposed to be a revamped offense. Get Pete Carmichael out of here. We won 9 games with people we didn't want here. Like, what y'all doing?
All right, Ziggy, another good game. Another good game.
They think this is an act. They think this is a gimmick.
Oh, it's not. They're going to see in the Pick'em League that it's not. Another good game, Ziggy, is the brand new Friday night game. The NFL is slowly trying to essentially dominate every day of the week when it comes to opening week. So we got a Friday night game when the Eagles, who are technically the home team, played the Green Bay Packers in Brazil. So I'm looking forward to that because I love football. Hopefully, you all have the Peacock app because obviously, Ziggy, we can do that for a whole other show. Like the future is in. Like you got to have these streaming platforms.
Streaming.
It's going to be pay-per-view
And
basically.
people are going to streaming platforms to cut the cable.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you know, DirecTV, ESPN yanked their channel.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. Anyways, Ziggy, the Eagles versus the Packers. Who do you have in that game?
And right now, I'm making my pick live. I have the Eagles.
Oh, okay. You know what?
Matchup.
I agree with you too because the Eagles are my Super Bowl team, Ziggy. I think that after a horrible end to last season, they got their stuff together. They added CGJ. They added Saquon Barkley, which I think is going to be an amazing move for them. I think that the Eagles are going to start the season off after having a horrible end to the season. They're going to start the season off on a good note. I got them winning that game, Ziggy, because me and you have the same team pick. You know what that means, right? It's back.
Sir.
It's back.
The sweet more than a game.
Oh, I missed it, Ziggy. I missed it.
Yeah, I see you, Bruce Saint. Yes, sir.
All right, next, Ziggy, we just talked about this.
All right.
The Steelers versus the very hyped up Atlanta Falcons. Apparently, every analyst is picking the Falcons to win the NFC South. Falcons are even talking about Super Bowl. They fans. Ziggy said, I ain't even got to say anything. He see it right there live.
You already know what the vibe is, though. I picked the Steelers, though.
So you ain't even got no commentary with it. You just presenting without comment, huh?
Yeah, nah, it's just fuck the Falcons, bro.
I
will never pick the Falcons on this, bro. Like, I'm going to just go ahead and let y'all know.
I'm with you with that. That's how you follow this shit more than the game commandment.
However, I feel like however it's coming.
Look, I can't. I ain't gonna lie. I was gonna go with the Falcons. We got the Locked On Steelers watching us right now. So you know what? I'm picking the Locked On Steelers.
I'm not saying you. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Locked On Steelers.
I'm still that guy. Game Sunday. The Steelers are gonna show why this shit more than the game. You see that?
27.7%. 72% believe the Steelers gonna lose. Come on.
We got Locked On Steelers. We got Locked On Saints. Shout out to Ross Jackson, of course, the great Ross Jackson. We're gonna be doing something like to have all these Locked On teams watching us tonight, Ziggy.
Man, shout out to the whole Locked On crew, man.
Absolutely, man. Locked On Steelers. Show the Falcons, please, why this shit more than the game. Please. We rock with y'all too. The two black and gold teams. Technically, I don't think the Steelers are gold, but that's another story. The two black and gold teams. Shout out to Locked On Style. I feel like, man, that's also the doing of my just us being cool with the great Ross Jackson. Ross, I'm sorry. I know you're watching, Ross. You got a brand new site that you contribute to. I don't know off the top of my head, but I'll be reading Ross's stuff too now, man. Ross is like doing the damn thing, not only with the content video-wise, but like he's writing some good articles. So make sure y'all following Ross Jackson on Twitter because he's putting in work, Ziggy.
One of the coolest dudes.
Love us some Ross
got the interview, bro. That was,
the
awesome
only thing I disagree, and I said this earlier in my show, Ross, when you told me and Ziggy in the offseason, you say you want to see the context of how Dennis Allen does this year before you decide is he going to be on the hot seat. I say, hell with that, Ross. You got to make the playoffs. I don't care about if anybody gets hurt. Nope. You got to make the playoffs, Ross. Dennis got to make the playoffs with me. I don't want no context. This shit more than the game time.
You do have to have context, bro.
Shout out to Locked On Steelers.
You say y'all doing the work.
Nah, Ross is doing the work. We just two fans with microphones.
Nah, but we picked the Steelers brand. And man, shout out to the 27.7% that agree with myself and Jono here picking the Steelers.
Shout out to this is a perfect number. They get 200. While we got the Locked On Saints and Steelers, they can't see it, but we got 283 people currently watching the show right now. How perfect is that?
Across all platforms, man. Shout out to everybody on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, on all the platforms that y'all are watching us on.
Us making that pick while we got 283 people watching lets me feel real confident. I really believe the Steelers are going to win now Sunday. It's a sign from the football gods. There's a sign from the football gods.
Look who we're talking about. Not the Steelers, but who else are we talking about? It's the Falcons.
Falcons, yeah. They always
Falcons. They're going to have a game-winning field goal, and they're going to kick it, and it's going to hit the goalpost. Doom. Oh, man. The Steelers take it up. I'm telling you.
And then them Falcons fans going to be quiet as a mouse, quiet as a audience member in the church on Sunday sermon, and I'll chat next week.
I'm telling you, man, y'all clip this because it's going to happen.
Hopefully, this next fan base is also quiet next week. We got the Commanders with Jaden Daniels, which is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Do you think Jaden Daniels, Ziggy, can go to Tampa Bay in week 1 and beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
This one, I unfortunately do have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers winning this matchup. I do think Jaden Daniels will have a good showing though.
Okay. I think I unfortunately agree with
just-
you. I think if it was in
so I think-
Washington, you could talk me into the Commanders pulling up the upset. But because it's in Tampa, and I know Tampa ain't got that strong of a home field advantage, but I just think that they have enough of the talent to subside whatever Washington brings. That would be a nice upset, though. There's going to be some upset this week, Ziggy. So why not let it be?
of course.
Technically, the Steelers would be an upset because everybody on the Falcons nuts over the Falcons. Why would not be the Commanders over the Bucs? So go Falcons. Excuse me. Go Commanders and go Steelers. I'm picking the Bucs. I know. Technically, it's still the end of preseason, so I'm still next week is when the season starts. When I gotta be in my midseason mode. You know what that means, though, y'all.
This week more than a game.
All right, Ziggy. Now our second most anticipated game, we got the Rams at the Lions. I know who Sean, if he was on the show, is going to pick the Ziggy. Do you think the Lions are going to make the Rams fans, or I should say the Rams fan, because they ain't got no fans, eat humble pie, or do you think the Rams are going to come in and tell the Lions that and they're going to be as easy for y'all this year as last year?
I agree with the other 90% on the Yahoo app.
Wow,
I
90%.
pick the Lions.
The Lions. Okay, I'm going with the Lions too because it's in Detroit. I feel like they ain't gonna let my dog Eminem down after letting him down in the NFC Championship game. It's gonna be great to have Sean on the show next week. He claims he's coming on the show, Ziggy, and he try to like, the reason we lost is blah 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 blah. But what about the Saints? What about the Saints? Get out of my face with that. And finally, Ziggy, the Monday Night Football game. We think this is going to finally be the actual debut of Aaron Rodgers in the New York Jets uniform as they go to San Francisco to play those 49ers. Ziggy, who do you have in that matchup?
49ers. I have the 49ers winning. Yeah, I have the 49ers winning. As y'all see, we're making the picks live. Once again, please tap in and join the league with me and Jono. And I have the Lions. I'm sorry, not the Lions. I have the 49ers winning this game. Aaron Rodgers, once again, like he hasn't been present in training camp. He's
OTAs and everything.
He's OTAs. Like football is one of the sports where it's very chemistry based. You got to have some sort of chemistry, especially as the quarterback. And you're going to be facilitating the offense and different things like that. Like,
I mean, he got to make his Joe Rogan podcast appearances. You know, he got priority.
And the Pat McAfee show podcast. All this stuff.
I got a bit of a hot take. I think I'm not saying he's washed, but I don't think Aaron Rodgers is the Aaron Rodgers that we come to know and quote unquote love. I think that's past. I don't think he's going to be that impactful as we want to think because he's Aaron Rodgers in name. I think
he's still living on the hype of what he did, in the yesteryear.
Bruce saying, by the way, no, this is not a green screen. That's Ziggy's man cave. He does have a green screen, but what you see in the back is legit. That's not a graphic.
Matter of fact, just for you, live on the Jono Barnes show, I'll set up my green screen live while y'all are talking. Go ahead, Jono.
All right, Ziggy.
Just for Bruce saying for what you do for the show.
And finally, though, Ziggy, do what you gotta do. Technically, we already made our picks for this, but the Saints versus the Carolina Panthers. We already know who Ziggy said he feels is going to be the winner of that game. I have already said my piece as well. Let me know in the chat for everybody who's still watching and chatting. Ziggy goes from his car to his house. Wow. If only it was that easy, huh, Ziggy? Are you guys as confident as me and Ziggy? Because Ziggy and I both have the Saints beating the Carolina Panthers, which means one thing.
This week more than a game.
So it should be a fun show, Ziggy, especially if our predictions come true. If the Saints win and the Falcons lose, we should have a good time on Sunday, next Wednesday, right?
Oh yeah, definitely, most definitely, bro.
Wow, a lot of Steelers even says the Saints are his survivor pick, which means you can only pick one team a week that you feel is the strongest about winning. He said he thinks it's going to be the Saints.
He said the Saints. I mean, it's the.
I don't know about that, Lockdown Steelers.
It's the Panthers, though.
I know it's the Panthers, but I mean, it's still Dennis Adam we're talking about, so we'll see. But I'm confident. I'm looking forward to a great. What crazy? Who you got between the Cowboys and the Browns?
I got the Browns.
All right. Oh, so Ziggy, you saying next week we're going to come on this show. The Saints are going to be 1-0, and the Cowboys, the Rams, and the Falcons are going to be 0-1.
Yeah, bro. Look, CD Lamb was in these like contract talks all preseason long, all like, and the Browns been quietly in the lab all off season.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Every season with the Cowboys is, oh, I need more money, contract talks. I mean, by all means, get your money and everything. Like,
You know what?
but-
I feel the
but yeah.
same way. I feel the same way. I think the Browns are going to beat the Cowboys, which just gives me an excuse for one last time.
This sweep more than a game.
Well, y'all, I can only hope Ziggy and I predictions come true, because if it does, that means we are going to have a hell of a time on the Jono Barnes Show next week when we preview the Cowboys game. And that's going to be, y'all, some elite content starting next week that I hope you guys are subscribed for. I hope you guys have that bell notification on. This is going to be maybe the peak of what my channel has been.
It's going to be crazy, bro.
With that content we bring you guys next week.
I do have one question for you, Jono, if you don't mind.
Go ahead, Ziggy. As we wrap up, go ahead.
Broncos, Bo Nix, Sean Payton offense. What do you think? Broncos versus Seahawks. I was just kind of curious of your pick on that one.
I'm very high. I actually put the Broncos to go to the playoffs this year, so I'm actually going to pick the Broncos in that game.
Okay, I picked the same thing. I was just wondering. Okay,
that's another sweep. I'm high on the Broncos. I think that I'm a Sean Payton, even though he blocked me on Twitter. I'm a Sean Payton believer, so I think the Broncos are going to do the damn thing. I feel like this always happens before we wrap up. We got over 300 people now, so thank you guys so very much.
Thank y'all.
During the show, we asked for a request. We said if you guys could get us to over 40 likes on YouTube, we will play the This Shit More Than the Game director's cut of the fantasy skit that you guys saw on Twitter and you saw in the opening of the Jono Barnes Show today. So, Ziggy, are you ready to show them the unseen footage as you go into your beautiful master bedroom? Are you ready to show them the unseen, never before seen, never will be seen again after tonight footage of the fantasy football video that we did?
Go ahead, bro.
Here we go. All right, y'all. Been thinking long and hard about this, but I really feel confident. With my number one overall pick in our 2024 fantasy league, I'm gonna take Spencer Rattler.
Man, what?
Y'all ain't seen Spencer Rattler in preseason.
Preseason.
Come on, man. That man's the future.
The first pick, bro.
That man's the future. And the president, I guess, technically, that man probably gonna be starting after the week 2 game against the Cowboys the way Derek Carr been playing. Y'all always hate, man. Is this shit not more than a game to y'all or not? Is this not a New Orleans sports league or not? No. Man, I'm taking Spencer Rattler with my number one pick. Don't talk to me, y'all.
Sure, back. All right. Finally, it's my time to pick. And I'm pretty surprised that no one picked this person up yet. With my first pick, I'm picking Bijan Robinson.
Wait, what? What? Bijan Robinson in the first? How could you?
Jono, this is
That is a whole that people y'all better be for taking Derek Carr.
I mean, this is fantasy football. I
No,
gotta
that's
take
just
all
not
my
the Lord's league. Now, how dare you take a Falcons player with the first one? But I'm the bad guy. I'm the sitting for taking Derek Carr. Man, this shit not more than the game to y'all. This shit ain't none of y'all. This shit not more than the game none of y'all. Bijan Robinson. Man, you know what? I'm out. I quit the league. Y'all can do what y'all want to do. Clearly, this is shit not more than the game to y'all. Clearly, this shit is not more than the game to y'all. So that just shows, Ziggy, the beauty of what we do behind the scenes. Multiple takes because we want to give the best product to you guys. So I hope the Emmanuel, who's in the chat right now, saw that. It's sacrilegious for any Saints fan to pick a Falcons player in fantasy. Thank you, Ziggy. By the way, that was great. That was some fun videos we did.
That was a fun one, man.
We did that at like 1:30 a.m., y'all. We were tired. We had a long day, but we wanted to get back to the community. So
shout out boy Terrell.
Yeah. We did multiple takes, but we wanted to give the vibe start off strong for the 2024 season, right, Ziggy?
That's right.
It's going to be a hell of a season, Ziggy. I'm excited, bro. Saints-Panthers this Sunday. We had our fantasy draft.
Yes, sir.
Look at that, y'all. Y'all, over 19 years we've been doing this, and we've only done the owners photo that we've done for 11 years now. But that's some history, man. Like, all jokes aside, we've been doing our fantasy league for 19 years now. And we've had a great time every time. It's one of the rare nights that all of us get together in person where we all get our schedules together to come together and just have a good time with the vibes. And hopefully, Ziggy, you have a good fantasy season this year.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been a team like one game out of the the playoffs. I've always been a team that's like, man, Z, you got a winning record, but you missed the playoffs. I mean, it just sounds like the Saints, you know. So that's how I always feel like my team. Like I'm never trash, but I'm not like the top 2 or 3 teams. Because
So you're
for those
basically
that don't know,
you're the Saints. You're the Saints.
in Jono's league, only the top 4 make the playoffs. So it's incredibly difficult to.
Oh, it's
make
a
the
hard
playoffs.
league. It's a hard league for sure, for sure. That's why we got the skeleton in the photo, man. Because sometimes it runs our bones dry, Ziggy. It runs our bones
Yeah, I
dry.
mean that's probably gonna be me until I win a championship in this league.
Ziggy, finally, it's gonna be out of you and my brother Juan. Finally, they won a championship, y'all. Took them to death to do it, but they did it. A great time tonight, guys. We appreciate every single one of you guys. Ziggy, man, it's gonna be great. Wait, look at my guy. Justin
2017
says,
is the funniest one. Which one was
hold on,
that?
let's see what 2017 was. So what not? The 2017 one is pretty normal to me. Did he mean 2020? Here's the funny thing, Ziggy. Like, if people actually like zoom in on the photo, like they would see
2023. It's a lot of Easter eggs in some of those photos.
Yeah, like if they just if they
like look at Evan in 2023.
Look at Evan in 2020. I'm surprised nobody has ever called that out. I'm surprised Evan is okay with
Evan in 2020.
Like,
and then I brought my trophy in that I won from another fantasy football.
Yeah, how you gonna put a trophy up in your ass and then winning our league? Come on, that's like the Falcons put an innocent.
It make people think that I won the league.
Justin, I don't know what was so funny about the 2007. I know that 2014 one is my favorite, man. I haven't been able to recreate that one yet, but
Jono was a double champ.
This is a cool day, though, Ziggy, honestly. Like that we have that. I'm glad. I wish we did this from the first year, but for us to do the owner photo, I think it's something that we can pass down, hopefully, from generation to generation. That I don't see, or I haven't seen at least, other fantasy leagues do this. I think that I'm being serious, like because of the platform that I have now, like maybe some 20 years from now, they're gonna be like, "Yo, look at what that league did." Like we want to do that shit, like they're gonna be like, "Whoa, this is historic." So I'm glad that we all get together.
Well, Juan was wearing a full look. Juan was in a full suit.
All that to go what? 4 and 12, 4 and 13. That's why he ain't dressed up this year. He say, "Fuck it, I'm gonna just go in my pajamas." Maybe that's gonna change his fortune.
We should look at all the winners. What were they doing in the photos the year prior?
It's just a luck of the draw.
So like Lyndon was just
I don't know. Maybe you don't smile. Well, if you don't smile,
just don't smile. Okay, maybe
I'm already out there because me and you both smiled this year. See, I think me and you the only two. Well, no, we had a few people smiling in that too. But
everybody smiled.
We love doing our fantasy league, and we're glad that we got to get some content out of that for you guys. Gonna be ahead of a week, Ziggy. Gonna be ahead of a weekend. Gonna be ahead of a show next Wednesday, guys. Remember, next Wednesday, not Tuesday. Next Wednesday, hit that bell notification so you can know when we go live. Ziggy, do you have any final thoughts as we officially finally come to week 1 of the NFL season?
Just buckle up. It's gonna be a wild ride. Don't be fickle, guys. You can't go undefeated in a football season. I mean, you can try, and some teams have been able to pull it off, but it's very rare. Losses are gonna happen, but it's how you react and how you handle losses was going to take you into the next game. Even in wins, you can still take things from a win and learn from it. So just because you lost, that don't mean it's the end of the world.
So all I have to say, the Saints are officially in the hunt.
They are officially in the hunt.
Yes. Make sure y'all go to Blue Oak Barbecue to drown your sorrows or pains away, or drown your victory away. And
to celebrate.
More than a drink. Yeah, I think we're going to be celebrating. So I'm going to go to Blue Oak Barbecue after the game and say, "Yo, bartender, give me this shit more than a drink." And I look
How long you gonna be in town for, Jono?
Oh, I'm here for a hot minute, homie.
All right. We'll talk offline.
Yeah, I'm just trying to do all the personal stuff on camera.
Yeah, I was about to. Never mind. Yeah. I forgot we was live for a minute.
Yeah, come on, damn, bro. Cameras are still showing. We're looking forward to next week, guys. Evan will be on the show. I'm sure he's going to be talking all that trash about the upcoming game.
Money.
We're going to give you guys exclusive content as we go to Dallas for the Saints and Cowboys game. Finally, Ziggy, though, before we wrap up, I want to give a special shout out, Ziggy. It is a very special lady's birthday today. My mama, it's her birthday today. So everybody whoever is still in the chat, just do me a favor. You could put a happy birthday to Mama Bones, or you could put a this shit more than a birthday. We just want to send a happy birthday to my mama, who is having and celebrating her special day today. We love you, Mama Bonds.
This shit more than a mama.
Ziggy,
Studio.
it's go time. It's this shit
It's
more
time,
than a game
bro.
time.
Buckled up.
We will see you guys next week. Always remember that this shit is more than a stream.
Jono.